Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and on this Jarvis's Corner, I have Sue Wally and Mark Langridge, and we have some special guests. Maybe Cass will join us, maybe Noradin will join us. Who knows? We will see. But guys, we have a big show with a lot of news coming in. And first of all, we all saw the report coming out from was it David Ornstein earlier today that we are in for Tielemans and we are going in for the release clause of was it 35 millions, and Man United are in advanced talk to signing Youri Tielemans. But there are some reports that just came out 30 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano and saying that Youri Tielemans is on his way to Manchester for the first part of the medical in the next 24 hours. And when we know about medicals and recently that happened with Ederson, I wouldn't be surprised if we back off out of this deal either, because if you go and look at the Tielemans injury record, there's a lot of internal injuries, ankle injuries, calf problems, groin injuries, torn ligaments, meniscus, all of this. He has it all. He missed 57 days of football last season. So this will be a debate to have with you guys. And in other news, we have confirmed Santos is a Man United player, shirt number 17. We saw his first official report, and he will start training with Man United in the next couple of days. We will also talk about the third midfielder. Who will be the next one in? Is it Mainoo Kobbie? Is it Sander Berge? Is it Alex Scott? There are options out there for Man United. And also we have seen some reports on Lewis Hall to Man United. We have Martinez linked to Atletico Madrid. Garnacho is apparently leaving Chelsea, and we have a 10% sell-on clause. Lots to talk about. Amazon Prime is rigging their cameras in Carrington and Old Trafford area, and the filming starts next week. Would you be surprised that we signed a player before the documentary started? Also a topic of the show. We will talk a little bit about Ederson. There are some reports saying that we will revisit the deal later on in the window. And Stu were on the mark yesterday saying that we are actually trying to renegotiate the price for Ederson. So, maybe the Ederson deal is not off yet. And guys, I have a gem saved for you, a small insignificant report that came out from the German Sky, and I believe it's Plettenberg, not confirmed, but it's German Sky saying that Bayern Munich are considering putting Kim Min-jae out for sale if a sizable offer comes in. And could this be the link why we are trying to sell Lisandro Martinez to Atletico and getting in Kim Min-jae? It will be an interesting debate. And also we have pictures of the new away kit from Manchester United revealed. So we have a big show for you guys. Stay tuned. Do us a favor, smash the like while you wait. Subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils. And Jarvis and Stu will be back after this short intro. So see you in 5 seconds, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome to the Tactical Devils. It's Monday night. It's Jarvis's Corner. Mark will join us soon, and hopefully we will have other guests coming on as usual. We have people tuned in the house. We have Blank in the house. We have Josh. We have Das. We have Robert. Who else? Belal is in the house. Big up, gentlemen. Big up, Belal. Big up, big up. And we have Tom Porter saying, please hit the like button as you enter. Please, guys, do us a favor. Smash the like. It's always important when it comes to small channels. Let's see. Yes. So guys, it's going to be a brilliant show tonight, and welcome to the show, Stu. I hope you're feeling better after yesterday's summer flu.
Slightly got the old Lucasade on tap. So yeah, a little bit better. Just got a cough, so forgive me if I'm coughing during the show. But hey, what an exciting show! Good evening, everybody. Good evening, the Devilish Tacticos. Good evening, birthday boy from 2 days ago, Mr. Jarvis. I'm 52, claiming to be 49 cocker. And that's what he's claiming, gentlemen, 49, and ladies. We know he's 52, possibly 53. Roger Miller springs to mind. The kind
I
of
have a
pizza
birth certificate that's valid, so yes,
valid,
there's no doubt
modern
about
Christmas.
my birth. I'm
You
49.
look fantastic
Yes.
for it, mate. You look fantastic for it. So
On camera,
you look
might I
great
say.
for it. Exciting day, I think. Obviously, we've got Santos over the line. That's official. I think did we get Carl Darlow over the line as well? But I think that's kind of like gone under the radar, hasn't it? But
Three signings.
Yeah,
We have
and the
good old
Tielemans
Carl.
The Tielemans one that came completely out the blue to everybody today, which I thought was quite Manchester United of old. I'm quite pleased with it. I take your point about he's had a variety of different injuries throughout his career, but I thought he's one of the very few Belgian players that showed up. I think for their country. I know I think did go for the hamstring injury or something along those lines, or potential hamstring strain. But I think I think he showed up. Look, we've been speaking about Tielemans for a while, haven't we? Over the last couple of years, what kind of signing he would be.
Yeah.
You can pick him up for £36 million. I did see it quoted today. I won't really say who quoted it, but somebody said that's a world-class signing, for the money. Nothing's world-class in my eyes, as you know, but I think it's a very astute piece of business.
Yeah.
And I think what you've got there between Santos, Tielemans, Bruno, I don't know, maybe Mount, depending on what they do with him, and of course Kobbie, you've got a very nice, fluid midfield there that we can chop and change, mix and match. I think we need an out-and-out destroyer in there anyway, always have done, although Santos can play as a 6. But thank you, Ramos, a little bit better, thank you. But I would still like a Belabor to come in, or somebody like that who could really hold, get some crunching tackles in. But we're starting to shape something that we haven't seen Manchester United do in the last 8 years. We're starting to shape something quite nicely here. We're starting to look at what we're doing a bit more pragmatically. So people are looking at saying, well, look, we got Santos and we got Tielemans for £85 million or whatever it works out to be, my old mate, rather than the 85 million. So we get 2 for the price of 1.
Yes. And we have a midfield duo now of Youri and Andrey.
Yes.
So
no, that's right. But whatever we do, or whatever we decide how he wants to play, we just need that one. We just need that killer, I think, in the middle, just to help out our defensive unit. And we know Santos can play as a 6. We know that. Can play as an 8. We know Tielemans can play as an 8 or a 10. We know Kobbie can play as an 8 and a 10. Mount as an 8 and as a 10, and so Fernandes. So we need that one extra 6 in there, in my personal opinion.
We will see. We know that we will most likely get a third midfielder in. There have been so many reports saying that we are going to sign a third midfielder. And by the way, Tom, there are some reports on Mason Mount too. So just stay tuned, and we will reveal all the goodies later in the show. We have new people, Valley Joe, coming in and say, I don't get why fans are happy when Tielemans is out injured. So Valley Joe is not having it with Tielemans. So let's just get into the main topic of Tielemans and go through the reports and what's new. So give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just gonna upload the first picture. David Ornstein came out with a bomber, as he always do, and he's so reliable. We always say we wait for David Ornstein, and this came out I would say around noon today, saying Manchester United in advance talk to sign Youri Tielemans from Aston Villa, and all parties in contact as Man United try to finalize the 29-year-old midfielder is keen on the move, and Ederson deal off for now. But we could revisit the Ederson deal later in the summer. And I would say 30 minutes ago, Fabrizio Romano came in with this saying, Youri Tielemans on his way to Manchester United for the first part of the medical in the next 24 hours. And United closed deal in the morning by triggering the £35 million release clause. So, yeah, all good and well. It's almost like the Ederson report, but Nuruddin sent me this, and I think this is a little bit concerning if we go through his injury record. So let's go through it. This season, he have had an ankle injury. He missed out 57 days. Also a calf problems, calf injury, groin injury, calf injury, torn ankle ligaments, calf injury, and meniscus if you go back to 17, 18. So that's a long time ago. But if you look at the recent couple of seasons, he have had a calf injury and calf problem, so that's reoccurring. And now an ankle injury that's also reoccurring from earlier. So I'm a little bit concerned when it comes to this. Will he pass his medical? And also, if we go by, oh, sorry, what did I do now?
Go back.
Yeah, I go back. So he missed 112 days in last season with 2 injuries, 23 games missed, 16 days, only 2 games missed the season before, 23, 24, 70 days, missed 11 games, 22, 23, 44 days, he missed 9 games. So this is my main concern. And yeah, guys, get your comments in. I want to know, are you concerned as I am because of all of his injuries, and not just injuries, but the type of injuries, as we talked about yesterday, internal injuries?
Yeah, I'm not that concerned, actually. And the reason I'm not concerned is because we'll have a little bit of strength and depth. For the first time ever, we'll have that strength. So when you've got Mainoo, Bruno, Mount, injury prone, Mount, by the way, let me just point that out. If you could have Mount missing for 25 days, Tielemans missing for 25 games, sorry, not days, I didn't mean days, sorry, I mean games. So 50 days apiece, but they're completely the polar opposites. They missed 2 sets of it, and we're not in any worse position, is what I'm saying. So I absolutely 100% you're correct in your analogy there. And to bring that up, you're absolutely right. Where I would have a slight concern is the types of injuries and the regularity, the regular side of it, with the calf injury, etc. I would have a concern on that. But he came back towards the end of the season for Villa, very strong for Villa, got Villa into the Champions League again, got them, I think he played in the European final, didn't he? He's played well for Belgium when he's played.
Yes.
So he is an excellent player. There's absolutely no 2 ways about it. He is an excellent
What we are talking about now is nothing to do about his abilities, but because his abilities is top notch. Yes.
Yeah, 36 million quid. I mean, fuck me. I mean, Jesus Christ. And that is one player who's actually worth the risk at 36 million quid. It sounds nuts and stupid. I know it does, guys. It sounds absolutely crazy. But you can risk him because I think you can offset his injuries with other players that we got in the squad. Now, with those types of players, Mainoo's probably only going to get 25, 30 games a season. Same with maybe Santos, same with maybe Mount, same with maybe Tielemans. The one that's going to be the most constant is Bruno in that. And that's good for us because I think we're having the likes of Santos, Tielemans, Mainoo, and another, by the way. You're talking about a third, whoever that third may be. We speculated last night.
We will have the debate when Mark comes in because I wanna have Mark here when we do the next midfielder debate. By the way, so guys, think of alternatives and who we can sign.
But we speculated last night that Manchester United might be looking to renegotiate an Ederson deal, if you remember. And lo and behold, Sky News, BBC News, and everybody was watching our show because what came out today, exactly what we spoke about last night about player welfare and renegotiating the deal. And lo and behold, it all comes out again today. So, look. I don't think it's overly concerning. I take your point. I believe you're right to point that out. But I think we're building a squad that allows us to have that issue. which sounds dumb, by the way. It sounds absolutely fucking stupid, doesn't it? But when you look at Rodri over the last 3 seasons for City, he's been out for most of the season on 2 occasions, hasn't he? But they've had players that have been able to come in and be able to deal with it. And Manchester United never had that. Now we're going to have that with the acquisition of Tielemans, Santos, with Mainoo, with Fernandes, with Mount, and another. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. I take your point, and I think it's valid. Ashley comes in and says he's not concerned. These injuries are all ones which I think are recoverable. Rooney missing 13 games one season with a knee injury, was out very little after that, and the knee is one of the worst. Yeah. Obviously, players can overcome injuries. A player that we have mentioned a lot on this channel, Berge, for example, hell of a lot of injuries when he was younger. Since 2024, I think he missed 1 game right now because of illness. So again, players can overcome it. Ryan Giggs, another example, groin injuries, hamstring injuries all the time, and suddenly they know how to manage themselves and learn how their body works and take.
Excellent point about Sander Berge, and I'm going to quantify that, my old mate, because he's a fucking lump. He's massive. So when he was taller, he would have had no idea how to look after his body, how to stave off injury. He's too big. He was growing into a body that was too big for him as as a teenager, as a young man. But now he's a fully fledged male. He knows when to run, when not to run, when to stretch, when not to stretch. Absolutely fucking fabulous point, mate. And it needs pointing out, that does, mate, because people don't get that. They don't understand that element of the game. Know your own body. We were talking about me having to retire potentially, because I know that in 2 or 3 years I'm going to have a knee up. I just know. I know I'm going to have an op. So do I do it now and come back and just dick about like you do at futsal, my old mate? Or do I, keep going on like a baby and play till I can't walk anymore? And those are my choices now, aren't they? And you're right about Sander Berge. So Sander Berge had that at one point. He's made adjustments to his size. So it's a brilliant point you make. Absolutely brilliant point.
Yeah, some players overcome injuries and some players are never injured at all. For example, Bruno, I don't know how he miraculously stay fit all the time, but he's never injured. And some players, they have it in them. Maybe good genes, but maybe they are just good at taking care of their body, recover, get enough sleep, eat right, and do all the things you can do to be in the right place and be 100% serious as a footballer. So again, and also we need a medical department that works to help them, to scan their body, take blood samples, check for CRP levels, everything, be ahead of the curve, not after the curve, because if the injury has already happened, it's too late. And this is where I believe Man United are lacking in our medical department, because we haven't had the best history of this. I used one example yesterday, and that was Lisandro Martinez with this metatarsal injury. Injured 6 months, came back, played 3-4 games, injured 6 months again for the same injury. And it could easily have been found out with a scan, looking at all the bones, all the ligaments, all the muscles inside the foot blade, the metatarsal. So again, I don't trust Man United when it comes to this. And this is my biggest concern when it comes to Youri Tielemans also. Do we have the medical department to take care of Youri Tielemans and be ahead of the curve and not behind it?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know, to be honest. If we're being 100% honest, we don't know if we're taking on any medical staff and it's not been documented.
Don't we still have Dr. Deff O'Driscoll or Driscoll, or what's his name?
I thought he'd gone, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's not normally communicated, is it? If we take somebody in on the medical department, they just come in, don't they, and they go. So, but we did have Dr. Deff from Arsenal. Yeah, he ruined Arsenal, and then he came and fucking ruined us. And so, yeah, if we do have him, he needs to go. There's no two ways about it. He needs to go. But no, it's again another good point. Do we have the medical expertise to deal with somebody like Tielemans? I don't know how much we knew about his history. You could argue we've been watching him for 2, 3, 4 seasons, 5 seasons. I don't know.
We have been linked to him before, even when he played for Monaco and came to Leicester. Yes.
So I'm wondering whether or not, they've looked at it and they've seen it, they've understood it, they've understood his injuries, they've seen his medical records and things of that nature, and they've made a decision. It'd be quite an interesting thing. You might be right about the medical. If it's a 2-part medical, that means they're looking at certain areas of his body and the elements of his body and what he can do. 29 years of age. So for an outfield player, he's in the twilight of his career. Well, you would say that actually, but the twilight of the career. Recently,
just he's 29. So yes,
at least to be 40. Yes, the twilight of the career, right? But one thing we do know, he's very athletic. He's a very athletic player. Great on the ball, very, very good in terms of his defense splitting passes, which I knew you particularly love anyway of the game. You like that part of the game. Not a great tackler, but still a tough player. So I'm quite happy, with the deal. I mean, again, I had to read it twice when I saw his agent. Fair play to his agent. 36 million quid worth of buyout clause. That's fucking unbelievable. That is. Unbelievable. And we've got in and we got the deal done. So Villa offered him a new contract. He said no. I'm sure that when we unveil him, he's dreamt since he was a little boy, the same as Santos. Santos apparently come out of the womb in a United shirt, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the next one's going to be, I was a United fan before I was conceived. I'm waiting for that one to come out, But they've all done it, haven't they? Jesus. So I'm sure Tielemans has been a United fan. There'll be a picture somewhere photoshopped of him in a United kit, but I don't really care. I want players that come in and want to play for us, and they're going to make a difference. Now, some of the guys in the comments are talking about...
Since you mentioned it, I just want to show the pictures of Santos, his beautiful wife and his 2 kids. And that's, the wholesome type of characters I want to Man United. People who are family men, not out partying, gambling, doing whatever, guys who can stay inside, be professional, So this makes me more optimistic when it comes to Santos. Yeah,
I mean, I like that. Nice fun. Are we allowed to say his wife is very attractive? We're allowed to do that.
Yeah, aren't we? I said it's a beautiful wife. Yeah, it's a compliment. It's a compliment to Santos. Yeah,
Andrey Santos, mate. Thank God you're not going to Chelsea. You'd have been in a world of trouble. Allegedly. Other clubs were available. He was at Chelsea, wasn't he? I meant when John Terry was there, the John Terry days. But anyway, before we do anything, we have, sorry, Blank, I missed it, but we do have a super chat.
A super chat. Thank you so much, Blank. Let's play a small tune for Blank, and let's do the F of Guardiola, and Stu will take on his glasses.
Yes.
I only had my sleeping mask.
What the fuck's that? Jesus.
My sleeping mask. We said, do you know where I live?
Yes,
Up
I do.
In the north, 24 hours of daylight.
At Blank, I apologise for that embarrassment for the channel owner and producer there. I'll have words with him off camera and make sure he doesn't embarrass the channel like that again. What a brilliant comment, by the way. Doc Mount's salary for new elite medical staff. Absolutely, 100%. Well said. Look,
or a CAT scan machine.
Yeah, or something, anything really. Yeah. Do we see Mount coming back and having a stellar season? Who knows? If he can stay fit, we know he's a capable footballer, but he can't stay fit. So I don't know.
I don't trust Mason Mount, and it's on topic, so I can bring it up. Graham Bailey came out with this report.
After seeing Andrey Santos' wife, we definitely know he can score. Absolutely, it's worth pointing out, by the way. In the French league, he did score 11 times last season for Strasbourg.
He did for when he played for France in France. Yeah. On Mason Mount, Graham Bailey came out and said Manchester United have knocked back a string of inquiries for Mason Mount this summer, with Michael Carrick determined to help the midfielder rediscover his best form at Old Trafford. So, Carrick is pushing for Mason Mount. Apparently, he likes him, and we are not willing to sell him, even though we have people coming in for him, clubs coming in for him. So I don't know, take from it what you want, but this is the reports from Graham Bailey. Do you agree, or should we sell Mount and cut our losses with him?
He's going to divide opinion this year, Mr. Mount is. Not that he hasn't divided opinion since he's been with us, but everybody knows football in this chat, and everybody knows he's a capable footballer in this chat. We all do. We moan and whinge about his inconsistency with injuries, but he is a capable and competent footballer. We know that. If you can get 20, 25 games, 26 games, 30 games out of him, along with 25, 26, 27 games with Tielemans, 26, 27, 28 games with Santos, 30, 32, 34 games with Mount, with Mainoo, 30 games with another midfielder, 38 games plus whatever with Bruno, then I think he would be a capable addition to the squad. The good thing about Mason Mount is he knows he's not a starting player, so he knows he's a squad player. He will have to rotate with Tielemans. But again, it's like I said, if you can get lucky sometimes with one player not injured but another player injured who plays in a similar position and is as capable, then you're fine. But if you've got somebody like Tielemans who gets injured and then Mount gets injured 2 games later, you're on thin ice. So if you sell Mount and you can't bring in a capable replacement for Mount, you've got a gaping hole. And that's what we've been experiencing the last 5 to 6 years. We've experienced that. Oh, fucking hell, we've got... and don't forget, you've got Xerxes in there, who can, I think, play an 8 anyway, an 8 and a 10. He hasn't.
Do we still have Xerxes, but
yes,
I think we are trying to offload him.
Yeah, I know we've got to set the world alight. I get that. I do. But, I mean, the other thing that I have noticed is that Mount's on his own training program, exactly the same as Sesko. Benjamin Sesko is on his own training program. And I think you might see that different approach from Manchester United this year, that we will put them on specific programs so that they're ready. You've got to do everything you can to get these players. But Mount himself, by the way, has got to want to stay fit. Let me be clear. He's got to want to stay fit. So it goes back to what you were saying about Berge at the beginning of the show.
But for me, when it comes to Mason Mount, you know what I'm thinking. I think we should just trying to get rid of him as soon as possible. And I saw someone in the chat saying that Carrick will soon learn, and Carrick's persistent, trying to get the best out of him. But he can't be trusted. Maybe miraculously he can do a Luke Shaw and come back and play every game next season. But what's the odds for that? It's a bigger chance that you win the Powerball this weekend, Stu. So Mason Mount.
I think the thing with Mount, me old mate, and I don't disagree with anything you said, by the way. I don't. I think you're 100% right. But I think with Mount, you can bring him on with 30 minutes to go in games where it's tight, and we've got to really push back on their back four. That's the best. And we were both praised him last season, didn't we, on a few games where he put their back four under lots of pressure, and we got breakaway, we got goals from it. So we'd be excellent for that. But we need to be buying and playing somebody with better options. Yeah, I forgot the homegrown.
But this is a good homegrown rule. So obviously that's a massive one. Yeah.
But maybe Carrick knows how to play him. Maybe Carrick's seen enough of Mount last season, Jarvis. When he was working back with his fitness, maybe seen enough of him to say, well, hold on. I can actually use you. I'm not going to use you for 38 games. I'm going to use you for 15 in the league. I'm going to use you for the cup games. And I might rest you in Champions
Obviously, that's the ideal situation, Stu. But
ideal.
What do we do if Bruno gets injured? Okay, we can go and play a 4-3-3. We could
exactly.
Yeah. So there are options, but again, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Let's say Mason Mount playing for Bruno in 10 games in a row. If
No,
Bruno
I don't
gets
think
injured.
he will. No, I don't think he will. I think you're right. I don't. And I'm wondering whether or not he's decided Tielemans is the fallback option.
Mm.
I'm wondering whether he's thought Tielemans is my fault. I can't rely on Bruno. I'm not. In fact, to be honest, Jarvis, he might have already made a decision that Bruno's not going to play 38 Premier League games this season. He's going to play 28, 25, 30. He might decide, and he's looked at Tielemans and said, right, well, when you don't play Bruno, Tielemans has gone, I'm going to rest you because I'm going to need you for Champions League football. I want Tielemans in there for Champions League football. I want Santos in there for Premier League. I want Mount in there for Premier League. He might be looking at those options. Obviously, it's when we're talking, how weird is it though? We always forget Mainoo.
Yeah,
we always forget Mainoo.
He could operate as a 10 if we have a decent midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. So Santos, Tielemans maybe, and another, with Mainoo as a 10. Yeah, you're absolutely right, buddy. Oh man, has Blank done it again?
It's done it again. I see Mark in the green room. Let's do the super chat before we bring in Mark. Big up, Mark. Big up. Thank you, Blank, coming in with a massive super chat. Let's play him a jingle. Talk about Carrick. So let's do the Carrick.
I can't work out whether I like the red ones or the green ones.
The green ones looks smashing on you.
They look smashing, don't they?
Goes with your Mankini.
Oh yeah, well this is why I got them. Trev knows this. If when Trev's in the house, I'll wear these for him because he'll know he'll get a bit hot under the collar, Trev, but he'll know those. Yeah, go for it, Jarvis. I read the last one. You go for it, my old mate.
Yeah, okay. Blank coming in giving us a massive $10 super chat saying, if those options from Carrick are through, then I am very skeptical if Carrick is the man for the job. Trusting an overrated, arrogant, freeloading teacher pet stealing 250k a week is cowardly and stupid. So, strong words from Blank. But you paid for, so I'll read it out. And I think a lot of fans feel the frustration over Mason Mount. Why we signed him in the first place is still a conundrum for me. We paid £50 million for a player with 1 year left on his contract, and we knew his injury history coming to Man United. And but that was the old regime. But you haven't done anything. I can't think of a consistent run of games with Mason Mount since he signed for us.
Scored a couple, didn't he, on the back end of the season? Scored a couple of goals for us, didn't he? But he's not demonstrated to us anything within that period of time. And I think that's a big problem for us. And I admit that's a big problem. And I think, actually, Blank, I think you chose your words very, very carefully and eloquently put, to be honest. And I can see exactly what you're saying, and I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, Jarvis have been super critical of him. I've been massively critical.
Yes.
Blank,
I said just wearing the number 7 shirt.
I said strip him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because he did a short, if you remember.
You said so.
7. Yeah, I don't want him as a 7. I think it's a disgrace. It's not what we need. So, we're not. Well written, pal. Well written.
Yes. We have Mark in the building here. Welcome to the show, Mark. Hope you're well.
Nuruddin's in the house.
Evening, guys. Evening. All good.
Evening. Yeah. Nuruddin's in the house as well.
Oh, I see Nuruddin. Big up, Nura.
Let
me know if you want the link, if you want to come on and talk with us about injuries. Yes. Nuruddin comes in and say we have zero physicality in the midfield or ground coverage type of a midfielder. Tielemans is a good player, but the cope from the fan base is unreal. So Nuruddin is extremely skeptical to Youri Tielemans. So I'll let you have this, Mark, straight on. What's your initial reaction to Tielemans? And do you think Nuruddin has a valid concern when it comes to this?
It's only valid if we don't sign an actual physical midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the transfer window shut?
No.
Are we still linked with other midfielders, especially physical ones. Yes. So maybe United are actually doing something like over the last 2 weeks, we've been saying on this show, or definitely I have, rely on the Amazon documentary. Rely on United have to do stuff for that. Because it's starting to all come together as predicted, isn't it, Jarvis? You saw it in the chat earlier. This doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Belabor, but it's not who I'd go for. As I said in the chat, I think we risk it on Kone, thinking France will win the World Cup, and then Man United have got a marquee signing in Kone. Kone's had a lot of injuries because of misuse at his club. Oh, he's hurt his leg. We'll play him. We don't care. And another muscle fibre tear, things like that. He's keeping out the one player I want, Tielemans. So
yeah, but we're not getting Tielemans. We know he's staying with Real Madrid. So
no, but
let's
national team. He's not playing.
No,
Kone's
no,
playing.
He's not. Kone's playing. Yeah,
I know he's had a few.
But I think Tielemans is injured. I think that's the reason he started the tournament.
He started the tournament. But he's not out injured. He's not come out of the squad. He's carrying a knock. He's still in.
He's injured. Yeah, he's injured. Yeah.
So injured players leave the squad and go home. So he's got a knock.
Yeah, he'll probably play. I would say tomorrow night, Tielemans rather than Kone. I would say that.
But it is really interesting, isn't it? How everyone wants us to sign players, and then when we do sign players, they're not good enough. But I'll tell you what, Tielemans has run rings around Man United for years.
He's a fantastic player.
Yeah, but he's not good enough. Mason Mount's Champions League winner, and people are bitching about him. Before he got injured at Chelsea, before we signed him, he had hardly any injuries.
Yeah, but I think with Mount, there's an entitlement to criticise because he just hasn't turned up for United in 3 seasons, and he's got to turn it. If we're going to keep him,
he got something like a 1 in 3 when he starts a game, like a run of games, 3 games, he scores a goal.
But he plays 4, and that's it. Then he's out for 8.
Yeah, so he's capable, but whatever reason it is, we shouldn't be fucking playing him. I get that, but he still produces when he does start.
But he needs to produce on a regular basis, doesn't he? And this is why I think that we started to build this kind of midfield, this quad or this quintet, because you can take him out, rest him up for 3 weeks, and put in Tielemans, put in Santos, put in Mainoo, put in whoever. So for the first time ever in 8 to 10 years, we've got a midfield we can manipulate. And this is the thing. And I said when Carrick was given the job, if he is not fluid in his system, we will get found. We will get found out this season. So now we can play 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 5 at the back. We can play a 4-3-3, 4-3-2. We can play a variety of different systems with the players he is getting. And that's the key to me. That's what I've been crying out for years. I don't like playing to a specific system. It never works unless you get the right players.
Well, I'm sorry, but if Carrick wants a certain midfielder, I think he knows what he's talking about for midfield, right?
Well, again, you would hope so, but you never know, do you? We've seen some superb footballers turn out to be shite managers. The best managers are the worst footballers, and that history tells you that. I mean, Benitez, shite, good manager. Klopp, not the best footballer, good manager. Mourinho, not the best player, good manager. Fergie was okay, but he wasn't brilliant. Great manager. Wenger, the same. All the best managers aren't the greatest players. Everybody seems to think they're a great player. Wayne Rooney, for example, he can't manage for toffee. Ryan Giggs, Gerrard, Lampard's only just really recovered. Ollie, bless him, he's a good manager. But he was
but didn't they say one of the biggest things about great players that they expect everyone to be able to do things they can do, and that's not the problem, and they can't.
That's right. Yeah, so, that's
right. But no, I'm happy with Tielemans coming in. I'm happy with Santos coming in because of how much we spent. Santos isn't unknown. He went on loan. They bought him. He's been on loan 2 seasons on the bounce. He's come in. He scored a couple of goals, didn't he, at Chelsea when he did make appearances?
Yeah, he scored 3
as well.
Yeah.
So they see him as Casemiro's replacement. I think it's ironic we signed another Brazilian when we cancelled the Edison deal. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, the transfer window's not shut. We've barely spent any money, which means it's still in the bank. If you want to believe the newspapers, we have no money, but we do. We can still spend 200 million. And as I was saying, people want a marquee signing. Every player must be a marquee signing. You know, we need to wake up.
We don't care about marquee signings on this channel. We want the right profiles always. We have been very clear on that one. Yeah,
and they are the right profile. When you put your graph up, Jarvis, if you haven't already done it before I got to the show, and you show Bruno, Kobbie, Mainoo, and Santos, or maybe Santos, Tielemans, and Bruno, see how they overlap each other and actually complement each other. So it's not about the names; it's about what they do with each other on the pitch. And when you start looking at the percentiles, actually, they go together quite well.
I don't think there's no such thing as a marquee signing anymore. Anyway.
Everyone focusing on Fernandes, who I told you would never sign, and he wasn't a good enough player for United. He didn't come. He didn't want to be a United player. He just wanted money.
But by the way, Roshmano gave me an update when it comes to Andy Mitten, and it's on topic, so this is why I'm bringing it up. She just sent me this on Telegram saying Andy Mitten on Tielemans. It sounds like he is staying at Real Madrid after the new contract, but when I spoke to somebody in Madrid after he signed the contract, let me just read the text I got. They could still sell him. I will try to find out more. This is not the first time this has happened, where a Real Madrid player has benefited from Manchester United's interest. Look, United were interested in him, and I've said it on this podcast several times that the player is happy at Madrid. But if that situation changes, he would be perfectly happy to play for Manchester United. So we could actually see now Andy Mitten coming in and saying that we still could be in for Tielemans, and it could still happen. So maybe you get your wish, Mark. This transfer window has been all over the place. It's a roller coaster with Edison. Is he in? Is he out? Medical, whatever. Suddenly we sign Tielemans out of the blue. Tielemans off. Suddenly Tielemans could be on. So yeah.
Tielemans not on at all. Like, that is like basically the English saying, if my auntie had a cock, she'd be my uncle. Like, if he all of a sudden gets unhappy with Mourinho, then he'll look to leave. No shit, Sherlock. Of course they want to leave, because he's not getting any game time. Do you want to leave if you're working a job and someone comes in, a new boss, and no longer wants to pick you to do something? You start looking for another job. That's all Andy Mitten's saying. Andy Mitten talks out his backside. Like,
it sounds strange because if he's just signed a new contract, his valuation would probably gone up. So the 70 to 80 millions that we have been talking about up until now, we probably bump up to 100 to 120 million. And we know,
do you know what they're gambling on?
We know by a fact that Man United won't pay that type of money for a player, Tielemans or not.
No. What did I say in our group chat? I said that when you look at the 4 teams to make the World Cup final, what players are available for a transfer? Tielemans is one of them. By signing a new contract, that's now 100 to 150 million, because he's just signed a new contract and you've got a price to pay. Maybe they put a buyout clause in there. Maybe they've done something to benefit them, Real Madrid, as well as benefit the player. They give him a pay rise, but if someone else comes in, they've got to pay so much more money. Like, this is a game at the end of the day. It is a game. Transfers are a game. Like, agents have ruined them, so now the clubs have to protect themselves. It's great business. Up his wages, and we'll sell him. So he'll only be on the wages short term.
And he's not taking a huge pay cut, nope, because his wages is also been bumped up. So I think, I can't see.
Can I just point out, why do people think he's taking a pay cut? He's on £200,000 a week.
He's on 400 grand a week.
No, he's not. It's on his contract. Transfer Market tells you he's on 240,000 euros a week.
His new contract's 400 grand a week.
Yeah, but that's before. That's why I'm saying people think he'll take a pay cut before he signed that.
Yeah, he won't take a pay cut, but he's on 400 grand a week now.
Yeah, so they've done something, haven't they, Stu? If you put him on 400k a week, double his wages, when he actually hasn't had a good season, they put a buyout clause in there to keep
100%.
him sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
100%.
okay, guys, it's interesting, but let's move this on to the third midfielder. Who are we bringing in? Because we have some options. You talked about physicality, Mark. Stu also talking about the same, because we know the legs of Youri Tielemans isn't all that. If you look at his heat map, it's very, very compact. He has the heat map that you love, Stu. You know, he keeps his position quite well.
He keeps
But
it really
again,
well, doesn't he?
again, he doesn't run around lots. You know, we need more legs into this midfield, because we also know that Kobbie Mainoo doesn't cover ground that consistently. He can do so in certain games, but he's averaging 10.5k a game roughly.
Jarvis,
and
is that
Tielemans
his
is on
Aston
10.
Villa heat map?
Yes, that's the Aston Villa heat map. Yeah.
He runs around a lot more for his national team because he doesn't have John McGinn and Onana doing all the running around. John McGinn runs around like a headless chicken, smashing everyone, and Onana does box to box. So actually, he's the actual steady Eddie in the team. He does. That's why you won't see him moving around.
Okay.
He's the controller.
Okay.
It's something. I'm not saying he can't, but when you see him play for Belgium, he does get about the pitch, so he can still do it. But I like that, because then you've got an option. You've got someone who knows when to stay and when to get involved.
Okay.
Because I really
Stu, what's your thoughts on this heat map?
It's perfect.
Well, he's a player that fits a midfield three, as Mark said, of McGinn and Onana, and he fits in quite nicely. Casemiro, when we had him, when we took him from Real Madrid, it was Kruna and it was Modric, and he fitted in beautifully with them. When he comes to United, there's nowhere to fit. He didn't have anyone to fit with. He couldn't build up a rapport with anybody. It was only latter part of the season that he built up that singular rapport with Mainoo that allowed us to really kick on, and you saw Casemiro into his own. So if Tielemans comes in and we've got a holding player, whoever that holding player may be, whether it's Belabor or not, we'll use him as an example, and we are playing Santos and Tielemans, and we're missing Mainoo when we're missing out Bruno, then you will see the quite a nice overlap. So the destroyer, ingenuity, and brains, and that's what a midfield trio is about. That's exactly what a midfield trio does. You've got one person to do one job, one person to do the other, and then you got the floater, which is Tielemans. The brains of the game. The thing about Tielemans is he's got more in his locker than just passing. He's a good free kick specialist. He can shoot from outside the box. His long-range passing is very, very good. His short game is very, very good. We know that Belabor, his short game is what it's all about for him. He hasn't got anything else apart from his short game, but he's left-footed, so it gives us great balance. Santos is going to be the key for us, because let's all be honest. He was brilliant for Chelsea when we've seen him. He was never used at Forest, and he was outstanding for Strasbourg. Now, being outstanding for Strasbourg is no big thing. We all know that. But being outstanding for Chelsea in certain games is, and he was very, very good for Chelsea when I saw him on the very short occasions. Okay, so I think that's a nice trio. But here's the best part about all of this, Jarvis. You don't want to play Belabor. You push Santos back as a 6, and you bring in Mainoo, and then you rest Tielemans and bring in Bruno. That's the best part of what we're doing. That is the best part. Or Bruno, I'll have you as a 10. And I'll switch Dorgu and Cunha. I'll switch Bruno and Mbuemo. And I'll have Seska. I mean, fucking hell. I'm starting to drool when I'm thinking about what we've got now. Right now, with just these 2 extra players, apart from what we had last year. And we're not talking about Mount in there as well. And Mark's right about Mount. And we've said it before. He's a pain in the arse for us. He should never have had the number 7 shirt. But when he's on his game, he's more than comfortable, more than competent as a footballer. So you can chuck Mount in there. You can chuck Xerxes in there. We seem to.
Well, I wouldn't go that fucking far.
Well, I know. But we've seemed to all of a sudden start to grow a squad that can metamorphosize into something completely different. And it could really evolve.
We have options, yes.
Yeah, it really evolved to something where Manchester United just aren't a 4-3-3 anymore, or a 4-2-3-1, or a 3-4-3. We're not that anymore. We are a 3-5-2. We are a 3-4-3. We are a 4-3-3. We are a 4-4-2, Mark, if we want to be. We are a 4-2-3-1, Jarvis, if we want to be. We're all of those.
Yeah, but Stu, we all know how this works. When we attack, we play in a 3-2-5 formation when we are established in possession, and when we defend, we defend in a 4-4-2 compact, and everything in between is relative to the ball. And we have certain positions, but I can never see us going into a 4-3-3 for as a starting setup for this team. It's not Carrick. It's not how we play football. We like to be compact, go into the 4-4-2. 4-3-3, you defend in 3 lines. You have the 3 up front. You have a midfield trio and the back 4. And I can't see us keeping our wingers high up with Mbeumo and Cunha, for example, just to have a compact midfield 3 staying centrally. But never going to happen on the Carrick.
And I think that's his weakness. To me, that's his weakness, because you're absolutely right. There's no, and we've spoken about this, by the way, a million times. There's no way Cunha is going to stay high. I agree. I totally agree. But Dorgu will. You could put Dorgu high. You could put Ahmad high, or you could, again, we're forgetting Ahmad, by the way, or you could put Mbeumo high. So I agree with you, and I think that's his weakness. I want to see him do something different, game in, game out. I want to see his in-game management explode this season. I want to see real forward thinking, not just I'm going to play mid block, or I'm going to play low block, and I'm going to play counter-attacking football. I want to see a whole plethora of variety of football this time. That's what I'm looking for.
It might happen, but what we have seen so far, and what Carrick has shown us, I'm just going by the proof that we have, and I don't know everything about Carrick and his time at Middlesbrough. Do any of you guys know? Did he ever play the 4-3-3?
He played 3 at the back. He played 4 at the back, and his midfield changed depending on the team he played against. At which point can I just point out he is a bit of a tinkerman in that league, and they're not good for any club because no one knows where they're playing. It's okay to say keeping people on their toes, but some players aren't that smart and they can't deal with playing different formations.
But they can't.
They should be able to, but they're thick as shit.
I can. You can. Jarvis can. I can do that. If I'm told to play left back, I might not be the best left back in the world, but position-wise, try and get by me.
No, okay, but an example, England game, Jed Spence playing at right back, he's showing everyone inside because he's thinking naturally, he's turning his right shoulder towards the player because he's a left back. Do you know what I mean by that? He's showing them down the line, but he's not. And then he has to readjust. So it's about doing it on the fly. So not everyone's smart enough to do it instantly. And that's why we have certain players that are, like a Bruno Fernandes, like a Mason Mount, that are actually really adaptable and highly coachable because they can do things. And some people are just like Haaland, battering ram, bang, straight through the middle. That's what I do. No, I need you to drop off. I need you to lick the play. I can't do that. I'm a battering ram. I score goals. Get me in the box.
Yeah, but you've got to. I mean, I've always said this, and I'll never change my opinion. A footballer should be competent in every position on the pitch. I don't care, whether they're a left back or right back. You should be competent everywhere. Can you trap a ball? Absolutely. Can you play a pass? Absolutely. Well, where's it fucking matter where you're on the pitch? Positionally, it's a bit different. I get that. But ultimately, it should only take you 2 or 3 minutes to work it out. You're a professional elite footballer. That's what it should be. So, Tom is joking there. I get that. He's taking a piss. He's joking. But actually, he's a good ass up in the air. Up in the air, he's as good as anyone in a striking position, and he's proved that. And this is the thing. I think we get so tunnel vision when it comes to players. Well, he's a centre half. That's all he could do. Well, he's a left back. That's all he can do. He's a right back. There are. Martinez has proven this World Cup, Jarvis. He's great at moving into the pocket, into the midfield.
Well, I'll give you a player. Mazraoui.
Again,
Left back,
left back,
right back,
perfect.
centre back
Yeah.
during this World Cup.
Perfect.
We played him as a number 10 under Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And he stepped in as a CDM as well. Like, okay, because we had no other bloody choice after substitution.
No, but it's true. You made that point. It's a great point because he did. In the first game alone, Mark, you're absolutely right. He started at left back and then moved into back three, if you remember, and he played right side centre back for 20 minutes or so. Then he went right back in that game, and he's been superb this World Cup. And Martinez, I think, has been absolutely excellent as well, coming in from centre half, moving into midfield, defence splitting passes once again. Jarvis, that you like, you know,
but he still struggles defending the wide areas. You know, he
doesn't need to defend because FIFA just cancel out any goals.
Well, yeah, it's what's going to happen to us on Wednesday, isn't it? In fact, I was listening to somebody.
John O'Shea. Someone's just said John O'Shea. There's another Mr. Versatile. Where's Brown?
Phil Neville to an extent. I'm just saying.
Neville.
Yeah.
Roy Keane.
Roy Keane.
Right back, centre back, centre midfield.
There's loads of them.
Back in midfield.
Well, I listened to somebody the other day, which I thought was, well, actually tonight. Actually, I'm not going to tell you the channel I was, but they were saying that Bellingham was going to destroy Argentina, and I just had a bit of a chuckle to myself. And he's been superb the last couple of games. But I tell you what will happen, and you all know what's going to happen. Mark, you know what's going to happen. So does you, Joe. Is Romero is going to go, Mr. Bellingham, step into my parlour, young man, and he's going to absolutely fucking destroy him. We all know this because that will be his job. That will be Romero's job on the night to step in and take Bellingham. In fact, when we looked at the way Harry Kane played, sorry, Jarvis, I don't want to bring no. I mean, Sean said to say hi, by the way.
No, that's okay.
Sorry, I apologise. Mark, you recognise this. How isolated was Harry Kane because they defended Kane, the Norwegians, and did defend Bellingham.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it'll be a different story with Ramos. Ramos will come in and he'll hammer Bellingham, and he won't get that space.
Well, I've already said we should play bloody Dan Burn and see how Messi deals with a fucking Dan Burn flying through him.
You realise that Messi will get free kicks from Dan Burn.
You might get one free kick, Jarvis, but you won't be able to get a second if Dan Burn clatters into him. He's twice the size of him.
That lump, Dan Burn.
Did you see that final header?
I wouldn't be that convinced. I think the referee allowed you guys to bully Haaland really well. I've seen a lot of footage of Dan Burn, almost attacking Haaland during that game. But that's another debate, Mark. We can have that another time. I just wanna go to Martinez. I'll just skip it. Martinez is for sale. Defo Rashmano will take 30 million for him, and this report came out tonight saying that it's a really dodgy source. It's Indicalia News and the Atletico Universe. So Lisandro Martinez has been offered to Atletico Madrid, according to this. And also I saw someone mention in the chat that we can't play high line with Maguire in defense. So again, are we doing something now with our centre backs? Is this where we are moving left next? And also, as I said, there are some reports that we actually are in for Kim Min-jae from Bayern Munich, according to the German Sky. Apparently, Bayern will are open ears if there's a sizable offer coming in for him.
Are we talking about the ex-Crystal
Palace?
No, Napoli centre back who.
Do you not remember him? We went in for him. We didn't trigger his release clause, and he signed for Bayern Munich 4 years ago. Before we signed Martinez, everyone wanted him. He was great. He's been shit at fucking Bayern Munich. Didn't fit in with them,
which is impossible.
But he is the defender that dislodged our very own sick note at the back. So
yeah,
we're just constantly. I'm fed up of being linked with players that we were being linked to under other managers before. That's all I ever see in there is past players we've been linked to. There's nothing in it at all. It's just old news. People getting pictures and info from before, and
I don't think it makes any sense. I don't think it makes any sense. Why would you offer? Cass. Why would you offer? Why would you offer a centre half out where we're pretty low on that? We were talking about it last show we were on. Why would you sell Martinez when we are low? We don't know when we're going to see De Ligt back. We can speculate it's going to be October, November.
If they decided Aiden Heddon's going to go ahead of him because size, strength, and ability,
I think he should anyway.
I do as well. But Martinez he's a liability waiting to happen, and we don't know what his medical thing is like because that knee injury, he's definitely had more injuries constantly since. So, but if they're thinking that ain't going to last, you get rid.
Yeah, you can't sell him now, and you're not going to sell him for 30 mil anyway, are you? Geez, potentially.
Is he worth more?
Well, he's going to be. He could be a double world champion come Sunday night.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Then you sell him.
I want to bring in Cass on the topic. I don't know if you saw, we talked about this, Martinez being linked to Atletico Madrid, but there are some rumors now about Kim Min-jae from Bayern Munich, according to German Sky. So I don't know what's your thoughts about that.
Said it all there. I think he's on the same wavelength.
Kim Min-jae.
Yeah. According to German Sky, I believe it's Plettenberg saying it, saying that Bayern are putting him out for sale if a seizable offer comes in. So they could be open to selling him.
Kim Min 4 years ago, Jay.
Yeah.
Find it on Center Devils has a link to it, the full report.
Yeah, don't know about that one. I mean, he's the same. He's born in the same year as me. I shouldn't really call him old, should I? And just kind of.
Sticky situation there.
Yeah,
I don't know if it means getting rid of Lissandro. Yeah, he can be back up for Aiden Heaven. How about that?
Well, the irony is he took De Ligt's place in the Bayern Munich team. That's who they brought in to cover De Ligt or De Ligt's injuries. They were dovetailing the two.
No, oh yeah, he was. It was him and Eric Dyer at one point under two.
Yeah, even Dyer coming in.
It's worth mentioning that Dyer played more games than
Kim Min-jae. I wouldn't. I think I don't really believe anything that comes out of Sky Germany.
No.
I wouldn't probably take Kim Min-jae.
No.
I mean, he kind of looks like Maguire, but the Asian version, isn't it? So that's that might be a good reason why to say
yeah.
I think it's similar to De Ligt in stature and the way he plays football. Well, he has more pace than Maguire, definitely.
Let me have a little look at this. Who reported this? Sky Germany. Let me have a little look at this. Oh, give it a. He's a spokesperson, isn't he? So
yeah, he's Mr. Bayern Munich, isn't he?
But let me see this. This is difficult. Where I can't see this.
If you go by Center Devils, you find it. I can send you the link.
You know what? Let me just type his name and see what comes up.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Sky Germany, but it didn't mention a journalist. But I just assume it's Plettenberg. It's always him, and it comes from Sky Germany. So yeah.
I find it interesting why Cass is looking that up. Cass said get rid of Martinez. I'd get rid of Martinez. Stu would get rid of Martinez.
Yeah, I'd get rid of
Heaven as first choice.
I'll put Heaven in first choice, yeah, all day long. Yeah, all day long.
I'll give you a good reason why to get rid of him as well. Wednesday night. I'm done with him. Get him out.
Yeah, I said to Cass, Evans got my first choice.
I like Lacroix a lot, man.
Me too. I like Lacroix. I do. I think I like Lacroix. I really do. I love Anderson at Fulham, as you know. You all know I love
right centre back though, isn't
he?
Yeah.
I'm not bugging here, am I? Because I was mentioning this a little. We were looking at a left-sided centre back, was we not, as a potential option for the summer? I'm pretty sure that came up on all these Andy Mittens and Whitwell and the rest of them.
Well,
by the way, this is the report I found on Kim Min-jae.
Is he looking for solid centre backs to play three at the back?
I hope not.
Because he has popped into three at the back a couple of times now. Just saying. Because there is no reason to buy a left-sided centre back. They're the only two we have fit.
Yeah,
I think we established that Lacroix he's right-footed. I want a
Great player,
left-footed centre back on the
fantastic,
left-hand
isn't he?
side, just
I
for
love him.
passing angles, especially when we have good central
We have two
midfielders who
of
can.
them. Martinez and Heaven are both left-footed.
Heaven's left-footed. Heaven's
Lacroix
left-footed.
is a right-footed, right-sided centre back.
I like
Is
the
Heaven
top.
left-footed? No, Heaven is right-footed, isn't he?
No, he's left-footed.
He's left-footed, Heaven.
All
He
right,
plays
all
left-sided.
right.
Yeah, he plays left-sided.
Yeah.
And depending on what Youri does, have you seen his hair though? Bless him. Don't know what he's done with
A
that.
few of them are questionable, mate. A few of them are
But
questionable when he walked in.
to be fair, he's two-footed, isn't he? Youri. So that's his bonus. He's two-footed.
I don't
Yeah,
think he actually knows which foot he is, the way he approaches the ball. He approaches the ball very central, like he doesn't know what foot to take it on. So,
Yeah, they were saying Craig says Heaven's two-footed. I know I think he's predominantly left, but it's good to know that he's two-footed.
I remember when any professional footballer was expected to be two-footed.
You have to be. I was born two-footed. You got 2 feet for a reason, haven't you? Unless you
One to stand on and one to kick it with.
Well,
Dude, don't go there.
you can't do the chop, can you, son? You can't do the chop unless you're two-footed. You can't do the chop. The job.
This is a name you haven't heard for a while. Murillo, Nottingham Forest. He's
'Cause he fell
left-footed.
off.
We have been linked to him.
Fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
fell off.
cannot deal with Marinakis.
No.
No. That's.
And I don't think
that's-
anyone wants to. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, guys, but centre back. I don't think we will see a centre back coming in first. I think we will go for a midfielder. And the report that Rushmano sent me that came out, it's David Ornstein putting out this. So let me just bring it up for you guys. I can read it out so we can go through it. Saying United have a clear vision of who they want, and I imagine looking at the profile of what they got now, which is Mainoo, Santos, and Tielemans, and they want somebody with legs, somebody who can really cover grounds, provide a bit of complementary qualities to what those players bring to the party, which is ball playing and control. So yeah, going by this, somebody with legs, somebody who can complement the players we already have in. We have the options of Manu Kone, Sander Berge, Alex Scott, Baleba, maybe Sangare. I'm not even sure if we are in for him anymore. So, and we heard Alex, Gomez? Alex Gomez, no, João Gomez, João Gomez, the Wolves midfielder. So, where do we go with legs?
That's a weird
Stu.
one.
One of my biggest bugbears in football is when people say we need legs. It winds me up to the fucking hilt, that does.
It just means we mean pace, right? They do mean pace, right?
You got to have legs, got to have legs, got to have legs. Okay, so you can run quicker than so and so, but what can you do with the ball? You've got to be able to use the ball. It's all right having legs, but can you get around the pitch properly? You know, when you get the ball, you get your head down, you're running into a black hole, like Ahmad does occasionally. You've got to turn around and you pass it 10 seconds. I want people who can get around the pitch, but you don't have to have specific legs. You can use your brain at the same time. So pace, I don't think is everything in the modern game anymore. It's all about using your brain, because you guys know as well as I do, you can get up the pitch in 3 passes, or you can get up the pitch in 5 passes, but 3 passes might be more clinical than the 5. And I don't know what that's got to do with legs. So for me, it's got to be a straight 6, a holding 6, somebody who can dovetail with Santos, somebody who can pass 5 yards and hold position. That's what I think we need. Because Santos, I agree with Cass. Cass mentioned that Santos wasn't great getting around the pitch. I've had a look since, and I agree. He's not brilliant at getting around the pitch. Mainoo's better, but Mainoo hasn't got any speed in him. Hasn't got any pace. He just drifts into space, doesn't he? That's what I love about Mainoo. He drifts into space beautifully. Yeah. Now, we've already got our Mr. fucking Energizer Bunny, who fucking flips around like that. What's that fucking pinball? Like a pinball, and that's Bruno. We want to avoid another Bruno. So I want a holding six. I really want a holding six who can dovetail with Santos. So when we don't play a holding six and we play Santos Jarvis as your hybrid that you talk about a lot with Carrick, that's what I would like to see as our midfield evolve. No, but
I don't think
yes,
he's going to play a holding midfielder, Stu. I think
he's
going to gamble. I think he's going to
yeah.
gamble. I think he's going to go with what you've just basically said. No legs, no. I want someone with pace, because if we're going to play long ball counter attacking, we need someone who gets up and gets back, right? So that's the only reason you mentioned the words legs, because right now we still don't have that out and out holding midfielder. So if you want a holding midfielder, you don't want legs, you want brains. Yeah, you want someone who knows how to play that space, hold that space. Like you said, pass the ball left, pass the ball right, ping it long.
You need brains. Yeah, 100%.
You need brains. You don't need legs.
No.
Right? So that bit of information, and Ornstein's not going to be wrong. So that's going to be the profile United are looking for now, is someone with legs.
Yeah.
It's a party now.
What was your stat earlier, Jarvis, with Sander Berge about sprints or something?
Yeah. This is why I find Sander Berge interesting. And people talk about Ballet, about Joamini, and think they are the only midfielders who can stride, who can cover a lot of ground and be the single six in the Man United team. But if you go by the stats, Premier League season, Sander Berge last season, he covered was it 11.7k on average per game in the Premier League. So he covers a lot of ground, and he averages 18.5 sprints, top pace 36.8 kilometers this season is clocked into. So he has pace, he can cover a lot of ground, he can constantly sprint, and he's also good on the ball. And the bonus thing is he can win aerial duels. He wins about 65% of his duels when it comes to aerial duels. So again, for me, I think he should be the guy we go for. But I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be upset if we go for someone else. But that's the profile I like. I could easily go for Sangare, for example, if we want someone in that bracket. So Nuruddin, you can go have a say on.
We just made 11 minutes. There you go.
What's the question? Who do I prefer?
As the third midfielder. We saw the report that came out, this one that came out from Ornstein an hour, 30 minutes ago, saying that the profile we're looking for is someone who can really cover ground and provide a bit of complementary qualities to those players. To the party. They need someone who can run, and they will be well aware of that. So they will be fascinating to see in which direction they go. So, yeah, you need players with legs, according to Ornstein.
Big up, Cass. Long time. Big up, Mark.
I'm going to see you very soon. Give it a month.
So Manchester United needs, let me describe the profile. Manchester United needs somebody who stays fit. Number one. They need somebody who is press resistant, but also can cover a large sway of that midfield in Old Trafford. If you know. When you go to Old Trafford, Manchester United's midfield gets split open on the regular. I like Tielemans. I think Tielemans is a fantastic player on the ball. I just think he gets walked past when he hasn't got the ball. He's not a great tracker. He's good on the ball, which I think is interesting, because then that means from the signings that we made, combine that with Kobbie, that Manchester United want to keep the ball. So, yeah, I like that. The guy that I like is Mohamedou Sangare. I think he's a drooling monster. I think to be the most heavily, ranked midfielder in France, it's unbelievable. Like, for the kid that age and the enthusiasm, and the guy who's got left foot, he'll give a totally different type of dimension to, where to Ollie. We need some legs in there. If you know, you know. Big up Craig. He will give a different dimension, but how long would it take him to settle into the Premier League? That would be the problem. I think Alex Scott can do it. I think Alex Scott has got that tenacious nature, and he's also really good press resistant. He's not incredibly technical, but he is very good press resistant. He's a good ball carrier. He can give that box to box. I don't think Manchester United want to sign a 6.
Yeah, I'm with you on that part.
I don't think they want to sign a 6. So
I think they want someone who's who can get onto the edge of the box and can do things at the edge of the box, like keep the ball in tight areas. It's kind of obvious from how.
But the bigger thing for me is somebody who can hunt down the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know if Alex Scott can do that. Him and Tavernier shared that bit. Tyler Adams was injured. Him and Tavernier came in, and obviously you had Christie in front of him. He can do the defensive work. He's got that. But is he a monster at hunting the ball down? No. Nah. I don't think he is. So that would only be my thing. But I think in this current what's available now, he's the closest what we could get. But you know me, what I think about, what I think about Sangara, and I don't think we're gonna get who has a believer. Somehow in my head, I don't think that's gonna happen. Knowing who Tony Bloom is, knowing who what Brighton are, knowing that what the market has gone up to this summer in the midfield. Yeah, I don't think that. But I actually think we need 2. I think we need 2 ball winners. We need 2 guys who can actually hunt the ball down. Because, I'm sorry, but if what I saw last season, I think 100% Andrey Santos will be, in terms of athleticism, a bit more on Casemiro. I think Tielemans on the ball will show a lot more. I think he'll win if everything's tight and close. He'll win a quite fair duels. I've looked at his duels, but in terms of covering in a space of 30-yard radius, no chance. Neither are Santos. Santos ain't somebody who's chasing people as well as tracking people. He's good in the box when we're defending. He's good at going down to the either side of the goal where he's shutting the ball down. But he ain't somebody, if we say we overcommit, he ain't somebody who's chasing somebody down. He's
No. Before we go to
if we get one and they get injured, then what do we have? Unless we're gonna flood the midfield and play Bruno as a 9 and play 3 in there.
Oh, again, into some good conversations now.
Yeah,
the 4-3-3, but it doesn't make sense. That's the thing. As soon as we keep Carrick, if we are not planning just sacking him until Christmas and bringing in another one. I
actually don't think the signings make sense to work with Bruno Fernandes.
Well, the rumor is there that if a club comes out and meets the 53 million buyout clause, that he's allowed to speak to them.
Well, you can't stop him.
And apparently Bayern Munich are the club that's looking. That's what I'm hearing.
He won't leave us.
His future is not 100% secured.
If there's a buyout clause, £53 million on the table, if that's what it is, there's fuck all we can do. That's what it is. You can't stop it. 53 million, you speak to the player. Look, we've just done it. We've just done it with Tielemans.
Have you not heard? There is a 53 million buyout clause.
Oh, yeah. That's why we're negotiating a new contract with him now, isn't it?
Yeah. But exactly what you guys were just saying about keeping the ball around the edge of the box, these kind of players, moving the ball, finding the pass, penetrating passes. Well, Bruno ain't going to have Hollywood ball to go into the box. They're going to be looking for passes themselves.
Good.
So is Bruno going to go false 9? Is he going to go more of a 4-4-2, playing off the front man, kind of a 10, like old Sheringham old role?
He was doing that.
Carrick wants to roll the clock back, but
he was doing that already. Like he was already doing the final stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
all the players behind him didn't play those passes, did they? Really, they just played it to him.
There we go. There's Tielemans. Now we got 3 midfielders currently that pass the ball forward. Yeah, any given moment, break lines. That's straight into Bruno's feet or Cunha's. And don't mind me, I don't mind that either.
But you could risk playing him a little bit higher up in that case as well.
I would love that.
But you can't unless you have a 6. You'll never get it for pace. We'll get done for pace. We've seen it. We've seen it all last season. Nobody made the point about getting overrun in the middle of the park at Old Trafford. I've seen it.
But if you can keep the ball better, you won't get overrun. The reason
But
we get
can you
overrun is
think
because we give the ball away.
but can you? That's all this.
Yeah, I mean, the way we defended the middle of the park last time was we just inverted the low more time, or Luke Shaw stayed back. That was one of the bigger reasons from stopping counterattacks, and actually we done quite well with that.
And the main reason we turn the ball over, people don't like hearing it, but it is a fact. Bruno playing balls from too deep because then he can't get back.
And Casemiro too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're higher up the pitch and you compress the pitch, yes, okay, we're talking high line again and we're going, oh shit, we got Harry Maguire. But, you know, we're building blocks here. We're not going to fix everything.
But that's why you always have a 6 that marshals the edge of the centre circle.
This is why I was
like that for years.
This is why, like I said to you guys earlier, I can sort of see us preparing the Kone, thinking France are going to win the World Cup. Marquee signing, Amazon thing. He comes in.
Excuse me, he's coming home.
I don't think he's marquee though.
They're up against Argentina, so Messi, Infantino, and FIFA will stop that.
Call it a minute, Nuruddin.
What we all think, but if you think of it as preparing, he's a player that's available. Yeah. If he's a World Cup winner, that is a marquee signing. It's not his name. He's just won the World Cup.
Yeah, no, you're right. And he just took over Chouameni's role as well, quite competently.
Yeah. So United might be putting their eggs in, like just taking a gamble there. 50 million. If we get that job done early, you've signed a World Cup winner. France are a toss of a coin. They're frightening going forwards, right?
Mm.
Whoever plays them, whether it be Argentina or England, but France will be in that final.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
I think France will be in the final. Kone's not the one for me though.
No.
I don't think he's the best choice.
Guys, hold the thought. We have some updates. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to Sigurd, who's becoming a new member. Thank you. Welcome on board. Welcome. And if you guys want to become a member of the Tactical Devils, you can so for as little as £1.99, and you will support and contribute to the channel that we're trying to grow as best as possible. And and I just want to show you this on the midfielding debate. This came out Manchester Evening News saying that Alex Scott is a player Man United love and would be the third ideal addition to the 85 million already spent on Santos and Tielemans. And Scott predominantly operates as a number 8, but also impresses as a number 6. And that ability to excel in both roles is something Man United value highly as they look to reshape Carrick's engine room. So again, Manchester Evening News. And some breaking news before we go to the midfield debate is this one saying from Fabrizio, Mason Greenwood to Fenerbahce. Here we go. Deal done for the English winger to join Fenerbahce. 40 million plus 2 add-ons to Olympique Marseille. And Manchester United will get over 10 million with the sell-on clause. So that's good money coming in, and now it's officially confirmed.
It's a 50% sell-on clause.
Profit, 50% on profit.
On profit, yes.
Profit.
So we've got Garnacho as well. If Garnacho sells, you get 10% on him on profit as well. I believe. I think actually, I don't know if that's on profit or actually the total, so I might be wrong.
So yeah, Alex Scott also in a midfielder. That's an option. So guys, I want to know. I want to go around the panel. I want to know who would you sign. Let's say Kone, Sander Berge, Alex Scott, and Baleba. Stu, you can go first.
Oh, easy.
One name.
Baleba. Left-footed, balance. Perfect for us. Absolutely perfect. Had a shit season, but there's something in there with Baleba. There's just something about him. I think we can turn. He would be my go-to.
Okay. Mark?
Oof. I wish it was Sander Berge. But I don't. I actually, honestly, my gut says Kone. But I also think Baleba is an option. So, but my gut says Kone. I just see United doing it for the cameras.
Okay. Gas.
No, it's Kone. Nobody else.
Kone. Okay.
Yeah. I've been talking about him for 4 years with Danny.
You have mentioned him on here before.
Oh, trust me, I'm a freak. Like I'm practically a stalker at this point. Like honestly, I don't stop talking about him.
What's his house number?
20.
Yeah. Nuruddin. Goes without saying. Who would you sign? I know Sander Berge, Kone, Skotte, or Baleba.
I wouldn't
Where's
sign
your
any
bet?
of them.
He's still saying Sangare.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well, the links to Sangare is old, and it's just one report
Well,
that came
yeah,
from
yeah,
France.
yeah.
So I can't
But
see
if
it
I have to
happening.
choose out of Scott, Baleba, and Kone, the Kone injuries for me. I've looked into it deeper, and he gets a lot of muscle fatigue, and that is quite worrying.
Yeah, you know how you get muscle fatigue.
But even saying that, Tielemans has got a worse injury record than him. And
So does
the
Kobbie.
fact that he plays in, I believe, Serie A is a walking league. I actually loved him, Cass, when he was playing for Bruge and Mönchengladbach. I never talked to, but I talked to about Danny as well on the spaces. We're chatting, chopping it up about. I was like, that's the guy United need to go and get. We need to go and get that. And at the time, I was going visiting, Germany. I got friends in Germany. Got one friend who's a massive Bruge and Mönchengladbach fan. He's like, Kone is unbelievable. But I actually, the muscle fatigue, because he gets overplayed. Is that what you're going to say, Matt? It's down
Absolutely. If you look at it, they keep rushing him back and playing him, and he's not getting proper recovery. And he's young, and muscles are still growing. What is he now? 23? 25. So we're talking over, actually, as he's finishing off his career and filling out, that fatigue, those muscle fibers. He's a tall lad as well, so they're longer. It's not great. And we know the Italians don't really look after their players. They rather dope them up and hope they get away with a drugs test. But
for me, it's not even. You know what, Matt? It's not even that the muscle fatigue. It's the type of injuries he's getting. They're all muscular, like hamstrings, like
it's all in the legs.
It's all in the legs. And for me, muscle fatigue. When I did sports studies, muscle fatigue for professional athletes was a no-no. Like, you should be taking care of your body in terms of rest, nutrition.
I think it's something Saka's got right now.
You're forgetting one thing, that Italian league is a walking league, but Gasparini football is not by any means walking pace.
It's true.
And he runs his players into the ground.
Actually, what's more interesting to me.
And then if you put 2 and 2 together there, that's muscle fatigue.
What's more interesting to me?
He's played 80 plus games in 2 years. Do you know what I mean? And 90% of those games are 90 minutes. That's crazy.
Mm. What's more interesting to me about it all, and to be fair, Jarvis will pick Sander Berge. We all know that. We've all got a variety of different players because we all see the game.
To be fair, I won't sniff at Sander Berge. I remember I was at Old Trafford last season. Second half, he ran the game. He stopped.
Oh, he did.
He tackled. He won it. Yeah. He drove forward. He kept it slow when he needed to be kept slow. He speeded it up when he needed to be slow. And he absolutely bopped us in the second.
And this season away against Fulham, him and Iwobi actually took over the game in that second half. Yeah. We drew under Amorim with
I can't lie. I think Sander Berge is probably a really good option, though, man. If you've got 2 22-year-olds and 2 9-year-olds, it's not that bad of a combination. They're the two that's going to take over.
And it's the place you need the experience.
I can't lie. I'm sorry, Stu. Sorry. You're going to say something, but Sander Berge, I'm just looking at these. I'm looking at some clips. Do you know how fast this guy is? I didn't think he was that fast.
I looked it up when Berge said it. He said when Jarvis said 36 kilometers an hour. That's a 10-second 100-meter sprint. 2 steps for me is 1 step for him.
Yeah. That's exactly right. But the thing about what we were talking about at the beginning of the show, Cass, and Nuruddin as well, and Mark, was the evolution of a midfield. Yeah, and getting the right areas, the right profiles is sometimes better than pure speed. Sometimes better than somebody who can beat 60 players, somebody who can shoot for getting a mixture of all of that. And then you're right, enables you to play Berge, Mainoo, Bruno, for example, or it also enables you to play Santos, Tielemans, Mount. Maybe I'm just using that as an example. So we can do that, and I think that for me is the right thing. I only like Baleba because of his balance on his left, and I think he's an excellent, player breakup. He breaks up play. To be fair, guys, I like him because he's my game. When I was playing centre midfield, that's how I was. I was in, win it, move it. in, win it, give it. That was it. That's all I did. And I was there to take it, there to receive it, there to give it. And Belay was very good at that. And I want that. Whereas Berge, he can do that. He can win the ball in the air. Belay was not great in the air, by the way. And I was never great in the air. But Berge can win it. He can get us up the pitch. He can deliver. So he does give us I'm still leaning on Belay, Jarvis, but I would not say no whatsoever to Standerberg.
Anyone who can clock 10-second 100 meters during a football match is.
He's a bit slow though, Mark. I mean, I'm a 9.89. I am. I'm just saying.
What, fucking downhill with your head tucked in between your knees
and rolling? Yes, and rolling.
Well, bear in mind,
we're going for IQ though. We can see we're going for IQ players, and that's why we always get battered footballing wise by the likes of Brighton. Because even when they dropped, remember they dropped Belabor and they just went, all right, well, you got Youri and the rest of them, Gross, and we're just got to play you in positions. Then one thing that pisses me off, Nuruddin, how many times have we had mad, not arguments, slagging United off because we're never close to the ball, we're never retaining the ball, we're getting popped in positions. We're talking about Tielemans, the same one that bossed people's 3 favorite midfielders in Newcastle more than once, by the way. There's a whole compilation on it if you want to go see it. That's just been going out there. There's loads of it, man. I think it's about IQ. I think he just wants IQ, man.
Yeah,
and that's what another box that Berge ticks. But I generally don't see us going for 229 or I see us.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
with us doing it, but Man United going for another over 25.
It won't go down well. Think about it like this, Sorry to interject, I said it to you, Jarvis, on our show earlier. I think Man United are trying to do succession plan. So this is why I think Manu Kone makes sense. You got a 21-year-old, you got a 22-year-old, and there's a 25-year-old. Eventually, them lot will get older. Then whoever that 25-year-old, well, Manu Kone, for instance, will then be Tielemans' age. Tielemans will be on his way out, and then you go get a new young midfielder. It saves you from rebuilding 2, 3, 4 midfielders unless they're crap.
And it keeps the team playing consistently the same way because you're learning from each other, which is what I've been screaming for as a fucking striker is needed with that kind of age as well. So our youngsters can learn about saving their energy, when to make a run, when to stand offside deliberately, those sort of things.
If this club's smart, they go get Berge and Kone. How about that? Or they go get Berge and someone like Sangare, a youngster again, or something along them lines. Because remember, no one knows what Ornstein really said. People can't really take away what he really meant. Was it plus 2 midfielders, or did he mean just plus the 1 midfielder?
It was quite
cryptic.
Very cryptic about that. Here's a quick question though. We've all looked at Sangare now. We know he's a player, profile brilliant for us. Why is nobody talking about him? And I'm out in the media, the media world.
I'll tell you why. Because Ineos are not briefing nobody. Nobody knows anything.
Well, I think he means why no other teams in for him.
What other teams? I mean, not that I know of. I've not come across that. So
I couldn't tell you. I'm not a big. I watch French league, but I never watched Lens, so I couldn't tell you about them. I can't tell you about Sangare.
There has to be something. There has to be something. But for me to be to be more highly ranked in midfield than Fatinia. Never says a lot for me.
Do you know what? Yeah. Jarvis said to that, I goes, no fucking chance. He said, "I'll fucking prove it to you." I said, "You've got to be fucking." And there it was.
Different kind of players.
I couldn't believe it. I said to Jarvis, I mean, Fatinia was operated at a very high level, didn't he, last season? We've all seen it. We all watched him. I said, there's no way Sangare is worth more valuable to the French league than Fatinia. And Jarvis showed me. I was like, wow, fucking hell.
Well, he was higher ranked. He was higher ranked on games.
The most valuable goalkeeper is a goalkeeper that plays at the lower end of the league. He makes more saves. A defensive midfielder that's constantly being attacked is going to have better stats than a defensive midfielder playing for fucking PSG who winning every game and he don't really have to do anything. So there is swings and roundabouts. So sometimes
that's quite true,
To be fair, Lens were fighting on top of the. They were fighting.
They were
second, isn't it?
But they're not PSG, is what I mean. PSG just control the game. You give it to that front three and go, yeah, you guys just go fucking have a party up there.
I can't lie, because a lot of the people in the comments and Nuruddin and other creators do claim to have watched Sangare. I can't lie. I'll take you lots. Like people was taking me, in my opinion about Kone to be true. I'm taking that one. If he's that good, apparently when I saw,
I'm not gonna lie to you. The way he takes the ball, the level of intensity and aggression what he plays with, and the fact that I just want to have a left-footed midfielder.
Is he left-footed as well?
He's left-footed.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
He's
you know
very
what happened?
left-footed,
You know
by the
what's
way.
gonna happen, innit? You know what
Very
happened, innit?
left-footed.
You know what
Yeah.
happened? We buy Baleba, they'll go buy Sangare.
Probably
Yeah, of
will.
course they will.
Yeah,
They're Brighton
probably
all day
will.
long, and they're buying for
But he's
4
been
or
linked.
5
He's been
million.
linked with because he's got his old coach has gone to Crystal Palace. The market value for him is like nearly €40, and people are linking him to Palace as well because his coach has gone there.
Oh, 'cause
You
I
know
thought-
why United's not being linked with him, don't you?
Rosa. No, he's Bournemouth. Sarge.
Bournemouth, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds.
Whoever it is at
Sounds.
Palace.
Yeah.
Unless he has something underlying that nobody knows about.
Well, that's what I
He's got
was
something
wondering.
No,
underlying.
he's too unproven. You got to remember he came from Rapid Vienna in Austria, and they only had played one season for Lens in the French league. Although they won, I think they won the cup and came in third in the league, and they did quite well. But you know, the amount of games is not enough for people who to take the chance on him. I believe that's where we are with Sangare. So
16 of one of
we
Schmeichel's
just got to
great
mature a
players.
little bit. So next season, maybe everybody will talk about Sangare.
Well,
You're
Man
right,
United
you know,
were linked with Sangare, and I think one of the biggest things that's killed it, why you don't see it on social media much, is a certain
player,
person
right?
has a very similar name to me, put out a most stupidest video that went viral because he thought it was fucking Sangare from Nottingham Forest. And it wasn't.
Who's
It's
that?
Mamadou
Who?
Sangare, and it went fucking viral. And I think it's killed the sort of media on that. So it could be someone we're linked with, and that's killed the story out there.
I mean, he's a risk. Obviously, he's a risk because he's young and he's a risk. But I would have liked him as a third or fourth midfield player. Somebody come in, you could embed him. But I think he's got a wonder of a left foot. He loves to attack. He loves to press. The biggest thing for me is
He loves to carry.
He loves to tackle.
He loves to tackle, and he is an amazing reader interceptions. And he's not that tall, but he's got these long legs. You know what I mean?
He's very athletic.
Reads it. Yeah, he reads where the ball is going to go.
Brilliant balance. I think a left-footed midfield player offers great balance.
It's very in the bracket of Caicedo in the way he plays.
We're buying players we're not linked to. That's one of the most important things you can do in the transfer market.
Like
last week, we were talking about smoke screens. Having all these players before the transfer window open, Fernandes, all that.
It's not exactly hard because we get linked with everybody.
I just think it's Kone, man. After Gasparini's coming up with his comments, they need to sell. They can't even buy Garnacho.
Gasparini's sorry, I didn't hear that, Cass. What's he said?
He's basically said Roman, he has to respect
they have
the
to
budget.
balance the books.
They have to balance the books.
They have to sell to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we just say what a great deal for United?
How much do they want for him? How much do they want with him?
50.
No, well,
50.
apparently, to be fair, it said 50 million euros, which is 43 million quid. After the World Cup, let's be real, I think they can get a little bit more. Probably something like 40 plus 5 million in guaranteed add-ons might do it.
Cass, we won't even need to pay that because we're paying, say, 50 million quid. Then we get then they buy Garnacho and we get money back.
Well, yeah, a few million quid, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think Roma are in. Yeah, they're in for it. I did see
or United just wave it off
Apparently
and say...
they want, and he was almost they want Zirkzee. So
that's been tied off.
Yeah,
he was linked to them in January, wasn't it? They wanted Roma was the link in January. We were all hoping he would leave and we'd bring someone else in January. Well,
guys, I'm a little bit conscious of time, so I have a few more topics I want to cover, and we'll do a quick Q&A at the end of the show. I want to talk a little bit about the report that came out today about Amazon, and the cameras are up next week, and the filming is about to start. So I don't know, guys, are you surprised that we signed 2 players in the week before Amazon is starting the documentary? And you mentioned this, I think it was last week. Mark,
I've been mentioning it.
Maybe you can go first.
Mark's got onto something. You said it starts next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I said the players would be in the door before.
We get another one.
It's just the way I've watched all of them, and that's the way it works, right? There's a format. Like you can't sell a business without a new product, and that's what United have to do. The business side. If we need new players, it's even more people will come in and watch that because. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But United is broke in more ways than one. So you get the players in. Now you've got a story you can build around the settling of them in and things. It works for camera, but it also works for the whole team. And well, yeah, this is literally exactly what I said, wasn't it? We get players in, the cameras come in, and filming starts. It doesn't mean you have to sign everything. But if you watch the Tottenham one, the Man City one, you see the players coming in. Some of them actually even done their medical, I think, on it might have been Man City. You see them going through their medical. They literally went that deep into it. And it makes good TV because wouldn't we all love to see actually the medical being done and seeing what they go through the tests? We question it all the time. What the fuck is that medical department doing? You know, we might actually see Mickey Mouse with a stethoscope on in the corner, fucking checking players out.
You can't broadcast that, can you?
Well, I've got a theory.
They can, but if the player gets permission.
You've got to be very careful with medical stuff.
I've got a theory. We sell Ugarte for 15 million next summer. We get Edison on a free.
It might happen, yeah.
It might happen. You never know. Yeah.
But Nourdin, I know you talk about Ineos and the Glazers. Yeah.
Jarvis, I just looked at Sangari's distance. So distance covered 10.16 kilometers.
Oh, that's
number of sprints 10.4. Top speed 33.
Oh,
that's quick.
Maybe it's not Premier League level.
Well, it's not. The average Premier League distance is 12k.
But he's playing in a different league.
No, it's about 11, isn't it? It's about 11k, no?
It's not 12k on average. No, that's the extreme. That's extreme.
So distance covered is 10.6 kilometers. Number of sprints 10.4. That's unbelievable.
I mean,
no, that's average, Nourdin. As I said, Sander Berge is on 18.5 per 90. That's Sander Berge. Tielemans is on 8.9. Mainoo is on 11.12. So,
but I've done Sanderberg's on here. Right? So Sanderberg is this. Distance covered 10.09 kilometers. Number of sprints 7.7.
No, you're looking at the World Cup stats. Look at the Premier League stats for Fulham.
Okay,
so,
are you caught?
If you, yeah,
sorry. I'm looking at. Oh my God, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, something else. You know, the World Cup is much slower.
18.5 top speed.
18.5 is crazy, man.
It's crazy.
I need him. Now you know what? I need him. There
you go.
18.5 sprints per match.
Yes,
yeah,
per 90 on average for a whole season, 3,000 minutes.
Yeah, but
the average for Premier League players
from 2 yards to 10 yards.
Guys, I just googled it. I just got it up.
The average speed that he does at 36.
So what they're saying kilometers per
11.8
per 90. Yes, 11.6.
11 kilometers and 90 minutes.
Yeah,
11.8, just under 12 actually.
Yeah, so the average is 11 to 13 kilometers per game for a central midfielder in the Premier League last season. Fullbacks is 10 to 12. Wingers / forwards is 9 to 11. Centre backs 8 to 10.
Yeah, Thunderbird. The 18.5 is
that's from the Premier League stats.
That's a unit.
18.5 sprint per 90.
Jarvis, what's his average speed though? Like I know his top speed might be fast, but what's his average? That's a
normally knock off about 5 kilometers.
Yeah, it'd be around 30.
Fucking hell, Casemiro must have been about 22 then.
Casemiro was fucking 15.
Last year, do you remember when?
Slog, man. Remember when we scored that counter-attacking goal? Let me look up Casemiro.
His top speed was 31. You know, 31.
Yeah.
So
you remember when we scored the counter-attacking goal with Xerxes? And everyone's like, "Fucking hell, he went some," and they put up his speed and went 23 kilometers an hour. And you're like, "Yeah, that shows how slow the Everton defenders were running back in Tarkowski and that." He looked like he's pulling away, and he was at jogging pace.
Actually, so this is Casemiro. Distance covered per 90 is 10.2 kilometers.
It's fucking piss.
Number of sprints was 4.7. And top speed is like 31.
And that's him running to the corner flag celebrating.
That's unbelievable.
And you'd say he's one of the slowest.
Yeah,
the
but
Premier League.
Sanderberg sprints at 18. Are you kidding me? 4.7.
Mm.
Yeah, but okay.
Actually,
What
Tielemans
about-
is not that bad. I'm not gonna lie, Tielemans. I thought Tielemans would be a lot worse, but it's not that
Guys,
bad.
if you want to compare him to someone, what's Declan Rice?
So Tielemans is distance covered is 10.9, number of sprints is 6.3, and top speed is 30. I actually thought number of sprints would be like around 3 or 4. Like
No, I'm pretty sure I saw this is the sprints thing is confusing because I saw 13.8 before. Like, I was...
Well, they're doing it per 90, and the top speed is 30.09. So his top speed must be like a couple of things below that.
No, his
But
top
I
speed's
thought it'd be a lot worse.
35 and
I
a half.
thought it'd be a lot worse.
No, his top speed's actually 35 and a half, but that's one game. That could have been just one way. He's just feeling mad fit and says, I'm going to go for it. Fuck
I
it.
think the fastest was 38, something like 38.7, and we all know who that is. That's the whole thingy at Tottenham, Van der Ven, because it is clocked like 9 point something seconds, 100 meters. So he can run as fast as an Olympian. Like, it's ridiculous. But go on. And what is Declan Rice? Declan Rice is the pinnacle midfielder in there. You can't compare stats unless you compare it to one of the top teams that controlled the ball.
Okay. Let's check out Declan Rice, Arsenal. I have the stats here, so give me 2 seconds.
We don't see Rodri sprinting around the pitch, and you're not going to judge and say you wouldn't have had him 4 or 5 years ago, would you? Because we weren't clocking 30 miles an hour and doing 50k a game. Like, it's relevant to ball possession and things like that. Although Declan Rice does sprint to the corner flag a lot to take corners. Does that get going?
Yeah. So let's see, Premier League 2012.
And why Jarvis is looking at that, guys?
Yeah.
Sprints are going to go up this year a lot.
Manstantuano to Coventry City. Here we go. That can't be right. No, that's a fake one, isn't it? That has to be a fake. Yeah, it is fake. Knew it.
Who's that?
I thought like Coventry City. Somehow got Manstantuano from
Real Madrid.
Bollocks. It's bollocks.
Yeah, that's why I just like try and just
wait shit.
Until a natural...
Arsenal and Tottenham. I'm monitoring Ferran Torres. What an awful fucking buy. Don't piss me unless he's a backup. But that guy don't.
Well, they ain't got anyone up top, have they? That's what everyone was saying. You buy these midfielders, but who are they going to set up?
Right, they're putting him on the fucking wing. If he chooses Tottenham over Arsenal, I need it. Yeah, I need it.
So yeah, if you think about midfielders in say like a Declan Rice compared to a Tielemans compared to Sander Berge, they are so different, right? But look at their stats; they're nigh on identical. Sprint speed thing. That's just what a footballer is playing at these days.
Okay, guys, Declan Rice.
I work with player data and not stats sports, but player data is what the referees use. So I'm used to tracking it on there. But with stat sports, which that's where the distance is and things like that, Cass, that's why they get out, because different GPS, unfortunately, they're not as accurate as you like, depending on what ground that you're clocking them at. So if your home ground's got shit GPS,
the issue is though,
London,
Declan Rice not going to have the best stats in the world because he plays for Arsenal and he up the ball more time, don't they?
Exactly. So if you're going to judge everyone else against them, and he's got the ball and he's still clocking 30 something kilometers an hour.
What are we looking at? The heat map.
So here you go. Here you go. So running stats, Declan Rice, distance covered is 10.8 and 18.4 sprints, top speed 35.4.
Yeah, get me Sanderberg. Get me fucking Sanderberg. Get me fucking Sanderberg. I don't want no one else now. Fuck Rene.
Basically, Sanderberg have better numbers than Declan
very
Rice.
Similar.
Yeah,
Sanderberg outdoes them.
Hold on.
Nice.
You're not for the irony of what you lot are talking about. You are telling me that somebody, a professional footballer, is running 30 miles an hour on average throughout the game. It doesn't work like that. You've all played.
No, not on average. That's top speed.
Not on average. It's
you have to. Yeah, but top speed. Hold on. You guys have played the game. You guys have played the game. How many of you have run 10 miles in a game? You're talking about a 90-yard pitch. How many of you run 10
I've never failed to cover 10 to 12k in the game. I've never, and that's as a striker. Like,
Yeah, but how many
hated
high
it.
intensity sprints do you have per 90?
Stu, what they
Mark?
do with
You
the
don't have
trackers-
18 or 19. I promise
This is
you.
what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to do quite a lot. I was when in semi. How about this in semi-professional football? We do more.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
I know it, but on average, how many times do you think you guys have run a straight 10 miles, 11 miles in a game? You'd never measure it for a start.
No,
Cass, did you wear a tracker? Did you wear were
No.
you thingied up with trackers? At
Oh
your
no,
level?
nah. That's going a bit too high now. That started coming in for the when I was playing in that level. That sort of stuff just started coming in for the top sides where you used to have to fling in the vest.
Okay,
Not
fair
me.
play. So we use them all the way down in just from 18s, like even with our below Ishmael. But
I just know.
You realise, don't you?
I used
To
to do
run
5
10 miles.
kilometers. I used to do 5 kilometers in like 17, 18 minutes. Like that was my top if I'm in the gym. But on a pitch, it's a bit different because you're not fucking going at it over and over and over again. You have to breathe.
That's the point. Yeah, that's my
And you're
point.
on grass,
what
terrain.
you do with a tracker, Stu, it's set. So right now, all the players are in, and they're tracking stat. That's what they're tracking on these early ones is their top speeds, and then they set that. And you have to go over a certain speed for it to kick in as a sprint. So you're right.
I know it works. No, I know it works. What I'm saying is, my point being is, you look around any pitch. You've been on a pitch. I look around any pitch. Saturday, if I play Saturday, I'll look around the pitch and I will see people just dotting around, moving small, stopping. For you to intensify 10 miles in 90 minutes, if you're on for 90 minutes, it's tough fucking going. Even when I was 21.
Did you see what Laurie Whitwell said?
You know, it's a lot, that is. And then to top out, by the way, at 30 kilometers an hour, 35 kilometers an hour, which is what, 30 miles an hour, say. That is.
Have you seen what Laurie Whitwell said on Talk of the Devils? I need to watch this. I need to watch that after this because not everyone's posting all the quotes. He said, if you get another third midfielder and does that actually come to the Elliot Anderson fee, I think that probably is what Manchester United are looking at. And that makes our range of player narrowed down to not Belabor then. So I think it could be a Sangare, could be a Sanderberg, and it could be a Mainoo Kone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a 50, 60 million pound player, but we are not going over. But don't think that Belabor's going to go for 100 million.
If this club has any bollocks, they sell Mason Mount next summer and go get me Warren. Thank you. That's what I care about. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
and
I want Warren.
Thank you. Play some football, man.
Yeah.
But if you sign Walton
I
and
agree with
these players, you might as well sell Mainoo.
in some sense, but yeah, it's
club
quite
is
impressive, nevertheless. But I agree with you. You are constant, especially if you play in midfield. You are up and down. You're sprinting sideways. You're covering, and especially if you play for a team like Fulham, who get they're not the best quality, and you're gonna have to cover there. Especially when you got like somebody like Richards who bums on. So I can imagine a lot of those sprints was to cover the width area as a midfield player.
No, that I agree with. And your average
high press and get caught. Then
and your average possession, 5 minutes max.
Wait, did you say Mainoo? What did you say about Mainoo? About Warren? This is what I don't understand with this club. They said we don't want a profile too similar to Kobbie Mainoo, but then you just
biggest fly ever.
No, I just think if we signed all the players with Tielemans, Santos, that Mainoo.
I mean next year because I think we're going to go to a 4-3-3 anyways eventually. But I'm just saying it's just hilarious how the club briefed out absolute bullshit to these ITKs, sent them to the chicken shop, said Warren. They basically said no, Wharton's too expensive on our radar. They want 100 million. Fuck that. He's too similar to Kobbie then, and then just go buy 2 players similar to Kobbie.
I want him playing alongside Kobbie, but because of the players we signed now, that would not happen. Unless these players flop. Do you know what I mean? You sign players to go in as a first. One of these is going to be a star out of Santos and Tielemans. Right now, has to start. You don't sign players.
Be interesting, man.
Guys, some updates on the running stats. Alex Scott, he covers how much? I had it up here. So he covers 10.8k and 19.8 numbers of sprint, top speed 34.
Now that's why they look at him maybe as a 6, maybe, isn't it? Someone who can get up and down. Has he got the strength though? Like he's a bit scrawny. Like don't get me wrong, I like Alex got a lot.
How
but
tall
Michael
is he?
Tielemans, 5'10".
Isn't he like 5'9", 5'10"?
He's Tielemans height. They're literally trying to say, yeah, let's go build
The smallest. Let's go
go-
play in New Zealand in Lord of the Rings.
It's
fucking
5'9", 5'10".
They said
Ish.
so. You said he went to see PSG, Michael Carrick. So he said, okay, let's get Alex Scott over Tielemans and João Neves, and let's go put Kobbie and he pretend he's Fabian Ruiz. That's all I hear. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah. We'll pick up the second and third balls off the headers when they flick it on.
Yeah. Quick before we
Unique
go to a
height.
couple of
It's like-
questions. I want to show you the new home kit, away kit for Man United. I don't know if you saw it, but I know, and I don't. No one of you buy shirts from Ineos and Glazers anymore, but this is the new shirt, away shirt. So, what's your first
third
impression, guys?
It's the third kit. It's not the away shirt. Because it's
It's-
got the T-foil
What I
on
would
it.
say about this kit is
Oh,
quite nice, isn't it? I've got it from
nice.
OK
Yeah.
Jersey. So you
He's
know,
got a man.
Yeah, but you haven't got the. There's 3 people walking around where I live, and it's got the old shirts arm sleeve sponsor on it. Clowns.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
get that.
Yeah, you can get it with the arms, but with the arm sleeve sponsor on it. Yeah, clowns.
Well, this is why I've not bought the training kit, because I'm waiting for the training kit sponsor to be announced. I'm not buying a shirt for them, but a sponsor.
yeah, it hasn't got the sponsor on it in a minute, has it?
Well,
I like
you
it.
mean XC Technology? That one?
Mm.
DX,
Yeah, I've-
yeah.
Not a
Yeah,
sponsor this year.
I've got that.
Yeah, it's not a sponsor this year.
I couldn't give it a toss.
Yeah, it's off. But around where we live, there's a couple of people with it on. I think they might have got it from China. I'm not quite sure.
They all come from the same place. Trust
They
me.
do.
I've got the authentic
Turkey.
kit. Yeah, guarantee it comes from a fucking
It
factory in
does.
Thailand or China. No
It
matter
does.
how you.
100%. Yeah, whatever you're
Um,
buying. Adidas
This
and the
says Wayne Rooney to me. I remember the last time we played in the blue kit with the round collar. Pretty
Give-
much exactly the same.
Giving off pot.
No, that's
No.
the 80s. That's the 80s. That is.
No,
Well,
this
only because
is-
you're seeing the T-fold Adidas logo.
That's the 80s. It was the 80s. One of the sorry.
No, we had a night kit, nigh on identical.
I don't know, but this just screams like Dennis Irwin.
It is. It's only so. It's
Yeah.
the late 80s. Yeah, late 80s. That is.
When I think of blue kit, all I think is Dennis Irwin, and then I think of Park Ji Sung, just
Well,
because
we've
of that
got
Arsenal
5
away game.
kits anyway.
And
5
Sparky
kits this
Hughes.
season.
Sparky Hughes as well. Mark Hughes.
I've got that one here as well. Actually, funny enough, the old blue.
Oh
kit.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, he's fucking brilliant. Yeah, there was that one, but yeah, there was a blue
that
one
one.
back in the 80s. Yeah, fantastic.
I preferred the white one from the Europa League final. Europa final.
got that as well.
Where he scores the bicycle
Okay.
kit in Barcelona.
Yeah, there's that one. Cup Winners'
Over
Cup.
the AON.
Cup Winners' Cup with the white version.
Yeah, Cup Winners'
of the
Cup,
blue.
that's the one.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, Jarvis,
Oh, wow.
that's one of 5. So we've
Hmm.
announced the home kit. That I believe is actually technically the 3rd kit, like the Devil one, because of
Okay.
the T-fold. But it seems that after seeing the Real Madrid kits, we're going to do 2 T-fold and one with the new Adidas logo, which is the big thick.
I must
Adidas
say,
one.
And a special Champions League away kit, the green and gold. I heard rumors
Home
about.
and away kit, Jarvis.
Yeah, we're having home and away.
Champions
Yeah.
League.
I must say, Graham Bailey is a stinker of a source. He must be one of the worst. He might be down there, if not worse, than Indy Kyler. I'm being dead serious. Them and team talk is a piece of shit journalism. It makes up stories every day that never completes. Graham Bailey he used to be all right, but fucking hell, man. Sorry for swearing, but he's absolutely garbage.
That's all right.
He used to be really good. Yeah, you're right, but he's gone off the post.
That's
He is
like most
crap.
of them. Most of
Yeah.
them. That's
Why
why
was
we
he
only wait
saying?
for the bumper.
Oh,
Why
what,
was he saying?
what isn't he saying? Just go check for yourself on his page. He makes up a daily rumor on Team Talk every day. Every day. Every day. I've never known someone to waffle more than Indy Kyler than him. He's just
But
a more
Cass, you've got to
English
say
version.
something to sell something.
Yeah, I know that. I just don't understand how people use him as a source. I
Well, yeah,
honestly don't.
exactly. Don't listen to him.
I don't. I blocked him and Miguel Delaney, that xenophobe.
Mm,
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
It's the same
Well,
with Romano. We were talking about it the other week, weren't we, Jarvis? What's the only way
Yeah.
to stop Romano? Everyone's got to stop fucking quoting him and
Like, they
listening
will.
to
The
him.
thing is, they will though. The thing is, if you look at the last 2 pieces he's done on Manchester City, he puts it in pounds. for Man United, this is just an example, not going at City. For Man United, it's euros. You put 150 million for Anderson, but 41 million euros for us. That's the first one. And like, oh, great.
And tell me that's not a brief when you just copy and paste it.
Because then you get dickheads that go online and say, oh my God, they bought him for 41 million pounds. It's like, no, we're going for a bit more of a bargain than that, mate. About 7 million difference.
Yeah. Do 10 minutes Q&A, Stu. We have 10 questions, so let's not around the table, one for each, so we just go through it quickly.
I was just having a look, actually, dude. We haven't got many, but give the jingle a good bash, old friends, and we'll get going with the questions.
Let's do the jingle, guys.
I'll tell you what, pal, we look young in there. We look very, very
That's the catchiest tune ever.
Get your questions in, guys. We've got 10, 15 minutes worth of questions we can do. We don't have that many in a minute, so bang them in. But we will start with a quick round robin from Bilal. And Bilal says, if you were a Star Wars character, who would you be and why? Jarvis, you can start with that one.
I would definitely be C-3PO. I'm too mechanic in the way I talk and the way I move, and I'm always straightforward. There's no humor at all. Just so, yes, C-3PO for me.
C-3PO, Mark.
Oh, mate, Yoda all day long. Sorry, I'm taking everyone else's, but maybe Yoda, I think.
Oh, okay. Cass.
Right. Who would be the best one? See, everyone's got to go probably for the. I'll probably be
Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker.
Cass, I'm seeing Han Solo, mate. I'm seeing Han Solo.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
you're the pirate.
I'd probably be like Darth Plagueis or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, probably that. He's just a beast, isn't he? Sorry, but no one makes the rules here. I don't have to be the good guy, do I? I might live for thousands and thousands of years and no one can touch me.
Yes.
Actually, I wouldn't mind being Ahsoka.
Oh my God.
Okay. Nuruddin.
I'm the person who's tried to bring the whole shit down.
Oh, you're the main man, Luke.
I don't know, just to bring the whole empire to an end.
Well, I would be.
Yes.
I would be.
I'm not like fighting against the empire.
I would like to be Count Dooku.
Any of the characters.
Yeah.
He's an interesting one, to be fair. Well, why did you switch? I never understood why.
Yeah, I would like to be Count Dooku because he reminds me of my granddad, the way that he looked and his mannerisms. So I would like to be Count Dooku.
A little bit worrying.
Or if I could be an outfield character, I'd like to be the squid general who goes, it's a trap, whatever it is. I'd like to be him because he's just weird.
Yeah, I know.
Admiral something.
At least none of
Admiral Akbar.
No one said Jar Jar
Admiral
Binks.
Akbar,
We're safe.
Yeah, nobody said Jar Jar Binks. Great question, Bilal. I know you left the stream bit earlier, but thank you for that. Right, round the table then. Jarvis, this is yours. Yo, lads, this is from Columba Gallagher. Do you think Mainoo is overrated? Amron and Tuchel thought he was. Jarvis.
No.
Well,
He's underrated, I would say.
I agree. I think he's mad underrated.
Yeah.
But I do think he still needs development.
Yeah. I think he's mad underrated. There's a reason why Amram's at AC Milan, and that's exactly why Tuchel's not a league manager and a cup manager.
Yeah.
He doesn't rate midfielders. I don't think he does. He likes defensive side of midfielders who've got energy. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think he likes midfielders. I think you're right.
He doesn't like to control the ball. He doesn't want to control things.
No.
That's why Kobbie Mainoo.
Chaos managers.
For me, I just see Kobbie as he's on a great holiday. He's getting fit every day. He's training well. He's eating well. And then he'll go on holiday for a week and a bit, and he'll be back with the boys.
3 weeks, you mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you.
But
for
he's
that.
not played. How can he take 3 weeks, Cat, if he's not played at all? He's not played a minute.
Because he's still
He
got to
has to
mentally
legally
recover.
take 2.
Yeah, he has to mentally recover, innit? Like he's
Yeah.
played. Don't get me wrong, you've had 6 months off, so I hear it. Take 2 weeks off and come back, you bastard.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely brilliant. Bilal also comes in. He says, "Question: If England win the World Cup, would Tuchel get a hair transplant?" Oh, it's fucking embarrassing.
He can. How about this? He's more English than me. Knight him.
Knighted. Well, he probably will get knighted. Something will happen to him if we win the
I
World
mean,
Cup. Yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
anti
I'd rather he
Tuchel.
got sacked.
I'm very anti-German, personally, when it comes any anti-foreigner in charge of England, because I think it's actually a cheat code. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. But I don't think, especially if you're in a country that's meant to be as developed as England within football. So I think you shouldn't allow it. I don't think it should be allowed.
Bilal also says, "Who's taller than Sandro Martinez? Is it him or Jerry the Mouse?" I don't know who Jerry the Mouse is. He Tom and Jerry? Is he talking about Tom and Jerry the Mouse?
Yeah.
Who knows?
A
So,
lot of questions coming in, Stu. So
yeah,
trying to
let's
mix it
keep
up a
going.
little bit. Yeah.
Let me have a look. See what we've got.
Jerry the Mouse is 3 inches tall, apparently.
Yeah, let's have a
Mhm.
look. Okay, Mark,
14
rate
3.5.
this. This is from Sancheet, and he says, "Can you rate this transfer window as of now out of 10, and what we need to be 9 or an 8? 9 or 8. Okay, so what would you rate it out of 10 at the minute? How would you get up to 9 or 8?
Who?
Mark.
Well, we need in my eyes, we need one more midfielder, a striker, and a left back to get it to a 9 and an 8, or 9-8 area. Yeah, so I want 5 to 7 signings. So you ain't ever going to get a 9 or an 8.
So what would you rate it at the minute then?
4. It's like you started something
fair.
you know isn't the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that gets that from me as well. I would say it's been underwhelming. And even though it'll shock you lot, I was on the side of the club not spending 85 million on Matheus Fernandes.
Agreed.
I was on the side of the club. I was. And I wasn't using it as a stick to beat on the Glazers and Ineos. I do that enough.
Yeah.
But I think it's been underwhelming.
Well, hold that thought, Nuruddin, because we do have a question for you specifically from Splits, and he says, "Nuruddin, why do you always call out Ineos?"
Because of the mistakes they made, because of what they promised, and how much they underdeliver. They overpromise and underdeliver. Everything that the chaos they cost, the amount of money they wasted from clear mistakes, their due diligence doesn't. For me, like they don't do proper due diligence. How can you have some guy in waiting for 6 months and then bring him in and then sack him after 3 or 4 months? Like it's the biggest, most laughable shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then
Paid
you keep
10 million
a guy
to get him in.
who you want out, and then you tell the fans you want to build a stadium. Like everything they promised, they've not delivered. Saying that they got lucky in the first transfer, I would say there are certain people working at the club, like Tony Colton, maybe Patel, who signed Senny Lamins. I think he's been our best signing in a long, long time. So I give them credit on that. I think Cunha and Mbeumo, both of them wanted to come to Manchester United. Both of them like Manchester United. And we paid, I think, over the odds for Mbeumo. I think fair price for Cunha. And hopefully, they kick on next season. But yeah, I'm not impressed at all. I've showed you loads of times. I don't know if Jarvis, you've seen it, but I used to have this graph where the decline of Manchester United was a decline of the midfield. So because of the reasons why we neglect midfield historically has been the decline of Manchester United, where we finish in the league. And even Fergie neglected it because he was always had to cover up. That's why he came out with that bullshit about there's no value in the market. Midfielders were always been available. So this summer for me was the perfect opportunity to absolutely smack that down for the next 7 to 8 years, right? And they didn't do it. Instead, they dilly-dally, but it makes sense because the original debt refinancement they've had to do because of the original 20 years ago, the debt we still carry from 20 years ago. They had to refinance that with the banks. And obviously now the high rates in it, the interest are quite high. So that's the reason why they're spending peanuts. But
Do you remember?
I still say that, and I agree with them that they should not spend 85 million on Alex Scott. That was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you
But I
remember
think there are
2011
players
anyone?
out there that could be done in a fair price. And I think if they had a better negotiation team,
I agree
They
in that
should.
part. Matt Hargreaves right now, I've said this, it's not looking good right now. Everyone's got either a release clause or a price that's been asked for, and just I don't think it's been good.
they've not been good. And this is what they promised. They said the best in class. Best in fucking nonsense, mate. Best in Scooby-Doo. That's what they've done.
I think most clubs talk shit anyways. But what's it called? Remember 2011, summer anyone? We said no to Moussa Dembele, and we said no to paying up the money for Modric. What could have been?
Well,
What
we
it
did.
could have been? What it
Yeah,
could have
Fergie
been?
came out and said there's no value in the market.
Yeah, I remember that.
And what was that for? To cover up for Glazers so they can do more debt refinance. Anytime he came out with that, I remember Stoke actually. Stoke spent more money than us. Do you know that? Liverpool used to spend more money than
Oh.
Manchester United.
Oh,
Fergie, I think his record in terms of spending money was one of the lowest.
Yeah, but when you're at the top, you only need to buy one or two players, and when you're chasing the top, you spend more because you've got to catch them up. But
But for years, we were not at the top for years after what Chelsea came in. And what City, when City were coming, they were spending a lot more money than us.
No,
And they were buying a bit more players that United should have gone for.
Yeah. No, that's true. Right, we need to carry on, guys, because I want to get through a few more questions before we.
Don't ask me about Ineos. It could be all night.
No, you're all right. No, don't, man. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry at all. Cass, this is one for you, bud. This is from Richard Saunders, and he says, question, where do you see Dorgu playing next season, left back or as a winger?
Probably both. Yeah, probably both, I reckon. I want to see him go left back because if I think Carrick's going to play the way he wants to play, then he needs a left back who can get up and down. I think this is Shaw's time to get injured because every other year this is what happens. So
Yeah.
I think a left back is more important than a left winger.
Yeah, Jarvis agrees with me on that one. Trust me, he mentions it every
I do.
show.
We need a
He
left back
mentions it every
who wants to get up
show.
the field and put crosses in. Dorgu's evidently getting much better at his crossing, actually quite rapidly.
and finishing.
And his finishing. So yeah,
And
he'll be
not to
someone-
mention Harry Amas, as we both believe in coming good this season.
I'm so eager to see how he is because he's physically a beast now. Like, but the thing is, you can go gym to just quickly wrap up. You can get a lot of muscles, but inside you're still a bitch. Trust me, you're either a fighter, you're not. Don't matter how much muscle you got.
That is very true. That is.
Although he does
good
look like a
question,
Luke Shaw regen.
Good question. We've got. Let's move on to this one, then, guys, because this is for all of us. And this is from Imruddin 5071, and he or she says, I don't know if it's a he or a she. It says, if you could have signed a player when they were 18,
Imran Odin.
Imran Ordine. Thank you for that, buddy.
I thought actually you were saying he wanted to sign.
No, he's saying if you could, would it have been Michael Owen, Henry, or R9? Who would it be? Mine's very,
Oh
very
my
simple. I would have gone with R9 all day long.
I ain't
If
gonna
anyone
lie,
says anything but R9, we've got arguments.
no, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we can't disregard Owen. I know I love R9.
Oh, no, you true.
More
Yeah,
the next man, but we're talking about a Ballon d'Or winner, by the way.
Yes, they forget
Right.
that. People do forget that. Yeah.
Was we're talking about 18, and I know R9 was more on the scene at 19, right, and become more known, of course. So I don't really have a lot of knowledge and
Yeah, but
him
we
actually
actually tried to sign him, Cass. We actually
know,
tried to
but
sign R9 from
people. I know people. It's
Yeah,
the easy
very.
one, but people forget.
PSV.
Michael
Yeah.
Owen was flipping different gravy, man, as well as R9. Henry, yeah, come close. Sorry.
I'll
Henry
give
was
you
late
another
for
one. All
Henry
right,
was
I'll give
late
you
for
another 19-year-old that's not on there. Mbappe. Fucking, we signed Martial because we're fucking idiots.
No, they didn't want to
No.
sell him, Mbappe. They didn't want to sell him.
I'll ask you a question. Who was R9's striking partner at PSV?
Was it Rivaldo? Was it not Van?
Finnish player. If I'm
Oh,
not mistaken.
Jari Litmanen.
Letterman.
No.
Is it Letterman?
No?
Wasn't it Littman?
Oh, Forsberg was his name. The guy who played for
The
Chelsea.
guy who played for Chelsea. He went to
Good
play
Johnson.
for Chelsea.
Johnson.
Yes.
Johnson. Yeah.
Is it not Icelandic?
Johnson. Yeah, he's Icelandic. Yeah.
Isn't he
He's
Finnish?
Icelandic. No, he's
No,
Icelandic.
Icelandic.
Finnish is
Is he
Littman.
Icelandic?
This is
Yeah.
where he's trying to stitch me up. I'm trying to name players and then bloody wrong nationality.
Ida Johnson, he was really great as well.
Jarvis, who would you sign out of those three, my old mate?
Splits, please don't spam the chats, and please keep it
PG.
Oh yeah,
Put him on
he's
timeout.
Sorry.
yeah.
I apologize. I thought it was finished.
That's all right. But it's a good question, actually, because most people have gone with Lippmann straight away.
No, I think I agree with Cass. I think Michael Owen was special when he was. Didn't he win the Ballon d'Or when he was 17 or top scorer in the
18,
Premier League
19,
at least?
18.
Both, yeah.
2 years.
So-
For 2 years, he was frightening.
Yeah.
I
He
agree with
was-
Cass. 2-3 years. He
Yeah.
was frightening for 2-3 years. The pace, the finishing was unbelievable.
It's worth
The
mentioning.
only one I
he
could
only won the
compare him
Euro.
with at that age must be maybe Wayne Rooney. Maybe
Oh, nice.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, it's
no,
R9. Yeah, I was going to say.
But R9 at Barcelona, I begged, I wish for the universe not to R9 to go to Italy. I was like, don't go to Italy. Don't go.
You
They're
can
going
have
to
it for
break
9
you.
million,
They're going to
though,
break you. Don't go to Italy. And he did, and they
They've had
broke.
it for 9 million quid. By the way, Owen only won the European football, do you? There was
Yeah,
a
no,
Euro-
Yeah, but that's
They
what it was
treble.
back in the day, innit?
The
Yeah.
fake, the fake
Yeah.
Can
treble.
you tell me? Can any of
Yeah.
you tell me the first
O2.
player to win African Player of the Year, World Player of the Year, European Player of the Year,
Eto.
all in one season?
Oh, that's George
Yeah.
Weah, isn't it?
Oh, is it where? Is that where?
Yeah, it was George Weah. Yeah, piece of cake. Yeah.
I
He had all
Yeah.
the big three trophies.
Iberia.
Man, I
Yeah,
loved
that's
that
unbelievable.
guy when I was a kid watching AC
Yeah.
Milan, George Weah. Yeah.
I met him in HMV in Manchester.
Did you?
And I fist bumped and I said
George
to him,
Weah,
"You
yeah.
play for the wrong club, mate."
I met the great
Like-
Luther Blissett a few times. He's
He was
fucking
at City
brilliant.
towards the end of his career. He was at City. George
Yeah.
Weah played for City.
Was he
George
also at
Weah,
Leicester? Was he at Leicester as well?
I don't know, but he
Was it
No,
definitely-
but do you know the story about his brother, don't you? You know the
Oh,
story
what?
about George Weah's brother.
Southampton. Southampton.
Yeah. We've got to get the questions, guys.
Graham
We'll-
Souness is the best
another
mate. I don't
time.
care what anybody
Yeah.
says. Graham Souness.
Boxing's got a question for us. Each member of the panel, very quickly, quick name. Do you think we bring in a player in this window that doesn't play in central midfield? Jarvis. We'll
Yes.
go around the panel.
Yes, definitely. I saw us being linked to Lewis Hall again today. There's new
I saw
links
that,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
We talked
Graham
about the centre back.
Bailey.
But again, it's dodgy sources, but it starts somewhere and then it gained traction. So that's why I follow all of these obscure guys, and sometimes they are right, and it makes for an interesting
never know.
debate. But yes, we will definitely sign other players than midfielders. Yes.
Okay. Mark, yes or no?
I think we bring in a really shit goalkeeper.
We've already done that.
Exactly.
always-
So there you thought that's not a central midfield player, and I'm right, right?
He played 15 times for Leeds last season.
Carl.
Great. He's also about
It's all right,
96.
He's better than fucking Biinde, the piece of shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Jack?
so's Tom Heaton's better than both of them.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you think?
Mm.
Gas. Sorry, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, no, yeah, of course we do. We already did.
Nuruddin? What else have we got?
He's in his own world, don't worry.
He's in his own
Sorry,
way.
go on.
Yeah.
What's
No,
that?
then there's a mute button, mate.
Yeah, do you think we'll sign another player that isn't a central midfielder?
I wish we saw out a midfield first. Yeah, I think we will. I think we will sign from everything they're indicating. Most likely, we'll properly sign a
Somerville.
left winger or something like that.
Oh God, I forgot about him. Yeah,
Don't want him. Don't want him. I don't. Just don't.
No, neither do I.
I want
No,
Hall.
no.
That's the player I genuinely think that we'll sign. I want him for my style of defense. He suits me.
He's a cut. Wait, Newcastle.
Yeah, I
They're not
know. I
gonna-
know we ain't
They're
getting
not going
him.
to sell him to Manchester United.
But it's okay to sell everyone else to everybody else, but just us. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not because their fan base think that we're some sort of rivals. They've
But
always thought that in the last 50 years.
No rivals.
They,
No rivals.
they actually
There's only
they
one
sing
United.
songs like they hate Manchester United, and I'm like,
Did you see Villa's reaction?
we're not even close in proximity.
Yes.
Did you see
We're not even
Villa's
that
reaction?
type of football club.
Villa think we're rivals as well, Nuruddin. They said, "Oh, anyone but them." I'm like, "What do you mean but them?"
Cash, did you see that tweet going out? Who the fuck put £35 million release clause in our best player's contract?
Yeah, I like Leif Davies from Ipswich. That would be my shout if Lewis Hall was too undeemable.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That
Good
guy
shout,
can put balls
Davis.
in the box.
And he's 6 foot.
Yeah,
That
he's
he
big,
can
isn't
put
he?
balls in the
Mm.
box. He was the standout player in Ipswich's season when they were in the Premier League. By
And,
yeah,
and one of them last season again, by the way.
Yeah. I quite like Bueno from Wolves, by the way. I like him. Great going forward.
What is he
Rubbish
like
doing
defensively, Cass? What is he like defensively?
No, I like him a lot. I think he's all-rounded. I think he's perfect. I
He's all
genuinely
right.
think
Yeah.
he's perfect.
One thing I'd say, we need somebody who can put. He doesn't even have to go to the byline. He puts like 30 yards on the angle. He can just put a ball in.
He's like a champion. He's actually the championship player, like Robertson was, that is ready to make that step up. And like he does all the fundamentals well, and he's still technically sound. It's like
How old is he?
26.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know how Leif Davies in, and with Nottingham Forest, Nico Whitty's right foot. No scouts.
I don't want Nico Williams, man. I don't want scouts.
No, I don't want him. Right, lads, we got to move on. We have a question here from Baller X8, and he says, "My question is, what do you think will break out in the Premier League? Or do you think we'll break out in the Premier League this upcoming season?
Who do you think?
Or who do you think will break out? Yeah,
Is this
we
like
talking
all
team
team
or
of Man United?
players?
we're talking player, I think. Who wants to tackle that?
Well, you can't. They're not signed.
Probably think of a youngster, maybe.
He's talking about Monga, I would imagine.
Well, I'm going to give you two. I'll go first. I'm going to give you two. They're both United players. Keep an eye out, obviously, on Freights. We all know that. And I think Shea Lacey's going to step up.
Yeah.
It looks like he's been at the gym. I'll give him that.
I think it's
I
easy to
definitely
play
think-
Lacey.
Yeah, I think if Lacey doesn't break out this season, then I don't know when he's
Then
going
he's
to
got to
break out.
go. But
The most,
Ahmad needs to step up because Lacey's going to.
the most thing I just wish him, because of the way he plays, he's got that wheelchair about him. You know how he likes to nick the ball at last minute, and he gets a lot of impact injuries. So the best I wish for him and pray for him that he gets an injury-free season. I think he has to come on in games. And this is the biggest thing for me. The biggest question mark of Michael Carrick is his in-game management. It's waiting and waiting and waiting. I can't. For me, next season, I'm not going into waiting bullshit. Make the fucking changes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say again, it's not break. I think it has to be Aiden Heaven, man. Has to be.
I feel like he already has.
I also think he's already had a breakout season.
No, but he's saying he will break out. He didn't play actually a lot of games when you actually think about it.
Yeah, no, true.
And I think he's
if he nails that down as his position, hands down.
I think he'll play left back. We saw him play left back as well. I'm not saying he should go there, but I think it could be an option if someone gets injured. Luke Shaw. Yep. There you go. Done.
Yep.
I will say a big watch on Max Dowman. We are all interested from an England point of view how Max Dowman comes out through Arsenal.
Okay. What? Right. Moving on. Moving on quickly on that one. This one's for you, Jarvis. This one, Craig. How much are we talking for Sander Berge or Berge?
No, the only reports that's been out on Sander Berge is that Fulham wants more than they paid for him, and I believe they paid 25 million for Sander Berge. So I reckon in somewhere in between 25 to 35 million should do it. Maybe as much as 40, with the Man United tax, but I can't see us paying any more than, I would say, 35 millions. That's how I see the valuation.
Do you not think new manager might play a part in driving that price up because he'd want to keep him, build a team around him?
It should be about 40 million, I'd say, man. Should be. Anything around that zone, 2-3 million off, I don't care less. Just get him in the door. If you're going to really want him, you pay the money, man.
Yeah, 40 plus 5 add-on, I think, would work.
Does he raise the ceiling of your football? Yes. Go pay the money then. It's not that bad.
Yeah, 100%. We've got another question from Baller X, and he says, Hall or hijack Lacroix?
Hall. No, I don't care. But you shouldn't be paying major money for left backs anyways. So that's kind of like a thing in my mind that pisses me off, to be fair, because they're going to ask for an arm and a leg. So you know what? Yeah, go do it. Don't care. We ain't spent big money anyways. Just do it. English tax.
That's true.
We'll talk about
I'm going to give you this one from Jammer 1899. I can only give it to you, Nuruddin. Who would you sack on the board?
This is easy.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Vivell, you could keep Vivell.
Maybe he'll have to apply for his job.
Yeah,
he'll have to show me. He'll have to show me what's on his CV. I need to see everything on the CV.
Yeah.
Matt Hargreaves has got to go. I'm sorry, he's got to go. For me, he's got to go.
It's not just Matt Hargreaves.
No.
It's got to go.
We've got
And for me, it's
we've got
Wilcock.
a CEO. We got CEO who was never a CEO, who's learning on a job, and then we've got director of sport who's learning on the job, who's only a sporting football director for 6 months at Southampton. So what are we doing here?
Potentially, but right now, I can't.
Don't forget, he was the head of the academy at City as well.
Last question, guys.
Yes, academy is a different thing than being a director of sport at a club like Manchester United.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
clearly not, Norden.
Last question. This is for all of you. So Jarvis can start with this because he's one of Jarvis's favourite players. And we need a right back who can cross and who is not currently injured. Ryerson got 15 assists for Dortmund. What do you think? Jarvis, you can start with that. Oh,
yeah. Obviously, it's a weak link. The link is from German outlets, so I don't see it happening. But again, Ryerson has the right profile of a right back that I would like. Someone who can bomb to the byline and get Sesko those crosses he sorely needs to score the goals he need, get his confidence back, and get him really going into this Man United shirt. So. But the age of Ryerson is concerning. You know, he's 29, so I can't see us signing him. I think he's too old. And
he dyes his hair pink. So
Cash, you took the words out of my mouth. 29 and dyeing your hair pink is a no-no, right?
He's a punk rocker, by the way. He's a punk rocker. He doesn't care about football. He doesn't watch football. He's not bothered about anything when it comes to the footballing world. He listens to music.
See Bundesliga fullbacks never buy it from there, especially the fullbacks. They can't defend for shit.
No, they're all overlapping and counter-attacking them. Yeah.
Transition, that's a transition league. That's all that is. Counter press all day, every day.
Elmore says you missed his question.
Sorry, Ben. Let me see if I can find it, mate.
Big up, Ben.
Where's Ben's question, Jarvis? Can you see it? Oh, I've got it, Ben. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to miss your question. Ben says, big up, by the way, Ben, big up. Should Man United fans copy England to create this new chant, Ineos, you're the one? You still turn us on. 21's coming home again.
I'm singing that. If we start winning that, if we win 3 games in a row, I'm singing it on live. Just free.
Well, there you go. There you go. You've heard that. You've heard that.
No, I'm doing it until we fall off, until the wheels fall off, man.
What a great question, actually. Yes, Ben, you should come on and debut it on our channel. You're more than welcome to come and debut that one. Norridon, there is one other question for you, mate. I did see, and I've lost that again now. Sorry. Where's that? Oh, here we go. This is from Monty, and he says, "Are you happy with Tielemans signing?"
I think he's a good player, but I don't think it's exactly what Manchester United needed right now. I think we need somebody who can give us ground coverage. I think we need who can really good at the duels, and somebody who can cover the parts of the pitch. Because I'm just sick of seeing Manchester United get split open season after season after season. I think he's good
would you have taken him straight from Leicester?
I think maybe, but then at that time, to be fair, he wasn't. Football wasn't his number one thing. He was overweight. He was quite lazy in the way he played. He went to Villa and he completely stripped down. And obviously, Unai Emery looked at him, and what he loves to do with his players, he puts them in a system that gets the best out of them and hides their deficiencies. I think he's a really good playmaker. But if you haven't got people who've got legs around him, you're going to get exposed.
That's why Borgu and Heaven could be crucial, in this, really a lot, like proper athletes, even the low.
Yeah.
Mazraoui, wide players.
That would make sense.
I think it could be. Mazraoui as well is very good at that role. De Ligt's got good cover because he's fast, but he's...
He was fast, Cass.
We need to get him back. Gentlemen, final question. Quick round robin, round the table. Yes or no? Start with you, Jarvis. Do anyone see Cole Palmer joining United ever? This is
not this summer. Not this summer. But
no,
but ever.
Ever, he says.
Yes, I do.
Bruno has to retire one day. So yeah. Why not?
I don't see it.
It's one of the best 10s.
The only way it happens if Chelsea have another shit season, and I'm not taking him until he has that surgery, mate.
Yeah, he needs surgery. Yeah, he's injured.
I'm not having him. I'm not having him.
What does he
I
need
don't
a
want-
Are
surgery
you not
for
surprised
again?
he's not gone for that in this
Can't
summer?
remember what it was. He has a chronic problem or some sort of problem. I don't know what it is, Jarvis. Sorry, Nuruddin, but there's a problem within something, and he didn't go
But
for
you
it
can
last
say
year.
the same about Saka and Rice, no? Both of them.
Yeah.
didn't go for it.
They're still quality though.
Yeah,
Rice
Palmer's
is
not shit.
fatigued. Saka he's fucked his entire leg from Achilles, now a hamstring. But Palmer didn't go to this World Cup, and you're telling me he doesn't go and get surgery, then he ain't going to get the surgery, because this is the perfect window to have done it, right?
Unless he's already done it and we don't know.
He might have done.
Kept it quiet.
Yeah, he might have done.
Probably went to
sorry.
Turkey, got his airline
Sorry.
done. 'Cause it's
Sorry,
disgraceful.
Sebastian. I forgot your question as well. This is our final question. Could Kobbie be the third signing?
Inshallah.
Don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether Kobbie could or not.
I genuinely think it is, but I think Sander Berge is the best fit, but I think Kone is the signing. And I'm telling you, it is because of the French potentially winning a World Cup, and it's for Amazon. I'm telling you, that's the guy they're going for.
5 questions. I didn't see 5 questions. Sebastian, if you did put 5 questions in, fella, we cherry pick throughout the, because everybody puts in more than one. So, but you got your question answered, mate. What else have we got?
I think that was the last one. We have been doing 2 hours, 30 minutes too, so I think it's time to wrap it up.
Sorry,
it's getting late. I
I've
see
got a
people.
question in.
Okay.
Who is the experienced striker everyone would go for to back up our youth?
Cunha.
We've got him,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
not a striker.
I don't want a striker. I don't think
You
we
don't
need
want a
one.
striker. Fair play.
No.
Nordin?
If I wanted a striker,
Yeah, an experienced striker. So not a youngster, someone for them to learn from.
bring the boy home. Even though he's one of the most injury-prone guys I've ever met. If you said to me Lewandowski or Welbeck, I'll go for Welbeck.
I'd have bought
Okay,
Lewandowski back there.
okay. Jarvis?
I'd have bought Lewandowski in. I think he'd have been the.
I agree with that one. Jarvis, who would you go for?
You can't
Yeah,
move,
I
man.
kind of agree with Cass. I can't see you signing a second striker, and why spend money? I think we need a centre back more than a striker in a way, because we can use Cunha in that position.
I really
what I
think-
want us to sign is a versatile forward who can interchange, because I think this is where Carrick is going with this.
That's Krupi.
Interchanging position, people who are fluid, who can play on the right, left, 10
Krupi.
striker. Yeah.
You won't get him out of Bournemouth, not with a new manager.
Krupi. Spurs are linked with him. Krupi
Yeah,
is the guy.
yeah.
But I think people are underestimating how much Manchester United need a centre back, and how if you don't do that, it's gonna bite us in the back.
Oh no,
we've got 3 injury-prone centre backs.
Get Sander Berge and pay him there, then fuck it.
Agree.
That's it, Jarvis. That's
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Thank you
Sander
guys
Berge
for.
to centre half. Did you say, Kaz?
Yeah, fuck it, just do it. Want to play football? Let's
Yeah.
play football. Let's play football like the back in the day Dutch.
Yeah, the dribbling
Total.
out, turn
Total
to 3 at the
football.
back when you're
Yeah,
in
man.
possession, because
Total
he's dribbling
football.
up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, it's got the Thatcher and it's got the height. I actually think. Well, I don't know why Norway don't try him there.
Because
Yeah,
Christopher
it's
I is a
centre-back.
beast.
I think he was a centre back when he was younger and stepped forward instead of stepping back. I think that's what you'll find. That's why he's such a good holding midfielder. He knows everything behind him, how it works.
Yeah. Yes, it's always me and Sander Berge's agenda. I know. I'll try to.
Just
to
like
tone it
Stu
down.
on Belabor agenda.
it is.
There you go. I like Bush's one. Jimenez from Fulham, Fulham and Mexico.
Yeah.
Jimenez.
He's gone back to Wolves. Jimenez has gone back to Wolves.
Yeah, I heard that.
He
Yeah.
signed pre-World Cup.
Did he?
Yeah.
I heard he was going. I didn't know he signed.
Gone back as a free.
Fucking hell.
Guys, it's been a great show. A lot of people tuned in
Yeah.
tonight. I want to thank everybody for the questions and the live chat, for all the interaction and all your comments. And yes, a big thank you to Mark, United Lens, Nuruddin, United Real Therapy, and Cass Never a Foul, and Cass Central. Guys, if you haven't, go check out their channels, go subscribe, and you will see them there on the next show. And also a big shout out to Blank for the super chats, and Sigurd for the for becoming a member. And guys, if you want to become a member, you can become for as little as £1.99. So that's it. We have wrapped up another Tactical Devils. If you haven't, smash the like, subscribe if this was your first time on the Tactical Devils, and please do us a favor, hype the show afterwards and leave a comment in the non-live section. So thank you, everybody, and have a good night. See you on the next one.
Thank you all.
Take care, guys.